can't even listen to the first take, but is willing to put it on the internet.
That's too embarrassing.
Welcome to the Come On In podcast.
Welcome.
What are we coming into?
Your house.
Stephen's mouth. That's what you guys don't know is going on behind the scenes.
I don't have a choice in the matter, apparently.
Oh shit, getting dark real fast.
The industry's fucked, man.
Yeah. Alright, well.
Steven's the best fluffer around.
That's me. I'm Steven, the best fluffer. Next to me is my
Steven
friend
the
Jay.
fluffer duffer.
I'm
do you remember,
Jack,
do you remember the rubber
comer?
the rubber dubbers?
Jesus.
You ever know that show? The
No.
rubber dubbers?
No.
It's not. It's not. Okay, Jack.
Jay, what are you doing?
This needed to be fixed.
Jack.
He's walking over the microphone, which is on a bed, precariously placed. And Jack... Jesus Christ. What a mess. What a mess. Well, I'm Steven, here with my friends,
Nothing bad happened.
Jaden and Jack. This is the Come On In podcast. And we're here to... Come on in?
Come in Steven's mouth.
We already said that!
Well, it's funnier when I said it.
It needed to be reiterated.
Alright, well, who's got the hat? Who wants to go
I
first?
think I'm closest.
Alright.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He said with pizza in...
I know. Pizza rolls have been switched.
You
Well, this pizza's a lot more crunchy than Pizza Jack had.
It also doesn't have cheese on it, I'd like to point out.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden made it without cheese.
Bread and veggies.
So it's tomato bread.
And pepperoni.
Oh, and pepperoni too, yeah.
Pepperoni, tomato
I
bread.
should put more pepperoni on it, though.
Pepperoni
What were you
Totino
gonna
boy.
say?
I have an update on the spring.
Oh, yeah,
Spring
we
Heel
have
Jack.
Yeah, we have an update.
Yeah.
If you watch
Which
the third podcast.
Steven and I actually haven't heard yet.
Yeah, no,
so
it's
we're
breaking
pretty-
news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I heard this through the Vine. You know Vine, the dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I somehow found my way on Vine.
Right.
I don't know how, but
Okay, so
okay,
go
this
on.
bit is not very funny, so I'm gonna drop it.
Correct.
This will all be edited.
Correct.
No, but apparently, because we were talking about the Spring Heel Jack in the
Yeah.
first episode, and how if you weren't, if you're joining us just now, that it's essentially this. Do you want to say what it is, Jack?
So yeah, it's this figure. From...
What?
That's a deep reference.
Okay.
It's a deep cut. It's this guy in the mid 1800s who he was kind of like this not mythological. He was like a cryptid.
Yeah.
Basically, he's this character that people claim to see who had like burning red eyes and was kind of like the devil, and he would just jump. He was spring-heeled because he would like jump on top of buildings and like spook people.
Apparently, I also read that there were in most of the reports that he actually breathed like blue fire,
Oh yeah, I've heard. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking sick.
and then he would spit in people's eyes, and they would fucking go blind and shit.
Yeah, no, so Spring-heeled Jack was a terrifying motherfucker.
Yeah.
Used to actually keep me up at night thinking about Spring-heeled Jack.
Yeah.
Many reports, all in England. Anyway, so we talked about this in our cryptid-laden episode,
Yeah.
episode 1, and Jaden apparently has an update.
Yeah, well, because this he's from like what, the 1500s?
No,
Or-
1800s.
Oh yeah. So in 1995 there was a recorded sighting of him in London.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
How
apparently
is that possible?
Oh, I don't know if it's, I mean since it's one, that's the thing. Since it's one
yeah.
sighting.
But you
Yeah.
found out about this one sighting.
Yeah, I did, which I thought was really super interesting.
In London again.
Yeah.
So he's just hanging
I don't know where specifically.
What if
but
it was the next one he passed on the mantle to another...
England is a city.
He's Spring-heeled Jack Jr. tearing it up.
Spring-heeled Paul. That's
Doesn't sound as threatening at first. Spring-heeled Paul. Okay.
All right. Yeah. What do
Sounds
you
like a
do?
guy.
Well, I breathe green fire.
and
It's more.
and
like a
I do
halftime
daily
entertainment show.
vlogs.
Hey guys, Spring-heeled Paul here.
It's the third Paul brother.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not sure you...
We didn't get that.
Oh.
At least I didn't. Steven,
Yeah.
did you get that?
I'm eating a Starburst right now.
That's irrelevant to the question that
Also
I asked.
no.
Eating is
Okay.
a central theme to this episode.
Also,
I don't even have any food.
I would like to put out that Jaden suggests we all do this podcast with no pants on, and he's the only one wearing pants still.
I did not suggest that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I suggested
Oh, well,
that.
Jack said yesterday.
Yeah.
And Steven's stupid.
Yeah.
And also not wearing pants. Cause it's
Neither
really
am
hot.
I.
Because these pants are comfy. They
Well,
got- they got-
these not pants are very comfy.
These-
It also makes it way easier to
Decent.
come in Steven's mouth.
This is why I haven't told my family about this podcast.
These nuts are comfy.
Alright, do you want to pick a
You're
topic?
very good, Jaden. Applause for that one. Are all the topics in
No,
here?
no, I'm not done with my... Well, do you want me to...
Oh, there's
Oh, wait,
more?
there's more?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it. Like,
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
What
tell us
logistics
about
are
it. Yeah, go on then.
It was like this. You know, like when you're in like 5th grade, and sometimes the teachers will throw like a party for like people moving on to middle school.
Okay, sure.
Like a specific. It wasn't a school. I think it was like one teacher was having like a party. You know, like in the classroom.
I don't, but go on.
I can imagine.
It wasn't like at their house. It wasn't a weird thing.
Hey guys, come over.
There's a special party in the bedroom.
No parents allowed.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
No
envisioning
girls either.
Yeah, the real monster is child molesters.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Learned anything.
Wah, wah, wah.
The fake soundboard, just a guy chained up in the corner. Make the noise.
Play the sound!
Not good enough.
Chains rattling. That's not even part of the soundboard. That's his.
Yeah,
That's why he doesn't
it's his
escape.
Alright, so go on.
Yeah, and apparently some of these kids like just deviated off from the party as you do. It's a fucking, you know.
Off the beaten path of their home.
No, yeah. Well, it's like if kids want to like go do. They want to dip. They want to do something else.
Yeah.
Apparently
They
they
want
want
to do dip.
They want to. Yeah, they're dipping and they're doing dip in the baseball.
This was actually in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Graham's home state. Graham house.
Kurt Vile. Yeah.
Alright, go on. We're drifting.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So they went. Yeah, they were in. They like went near the fucking playground or whatever. I don't know, something like that. And then they came running back to the party, and they were fucking terrified. And apparently, they saw fucking like this. They saw Spring Heel Jack. Like they saw it was the same fucking description. Like he had red eyes. He was wearing. Apparently, wears this like white, not tunic, but like this white coat. Like this white. He has this white costume. I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
It's an
it a
angel.
hood?
It's like a really sexy angel costume. Or it's
Did
either
they meet
that or
Chris Angel?
no, he's Ezio. He's dressed as Ezio. Yeah.
So he assassinated them.
Nice.
That's the end of the story.
It's your ultimate.
No, that was it. Yeah. No,
I'll tell you.
that was it. That was really it.
That was it.
But,
Yeah, but they saw Spring Heel Jack. Crazy stuff.
then after that, they went and
kids.
saw the new Assassin's Creed movie,
Wait,
in
did they make
1995.
which was scarier.
Wait, did they make a movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you
Fucking
serious?
what's his name? Oh my god.
James Murphy.
No.
What?
What?
That's not even.
Um,
That's not even an actor.
Michael Fassbender was fucking Ezio.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why? He's like a great actor.
He don't give a fuck. He probably plays the games.
I just that what? Where's
They're
what is
really-
there to make a movie?
Why do video game movies get made at all?
Pretty much. Has there
Like-
been one that's been great? This is actually a good topic. Like, I don't know. They made a World of Warcraft movie, didn't they?
Yeah,
Really?
David Bowie's son made it.
Yeah.
Duncan Jones.
He's a
Oh,
good director, but I
Jesus.
never saw the movie.
I
saw a
didn't see
movie
that.
and
There's
was
there's a Halo movie.
Wait, did that ever get made?
Yes.
I thought they were making it forever and it never came
There's
out.
a
No,
ton
it did
of
come out.
there's a ton
My
of
brothers
Resident
watched
Evil
it.
movies.
Huh?
Ton of Resident Evil movies.
Oh,
Ton of
right,
Resident
right,
Evil
yeah.
movies,
They're
I feel
about-
like there are definitely people who think of Resident Evil as a movie franchise and not as a video game.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
They're literally just about to release Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
With
that's true.
Lara Croft movie.
That one looks like
And
at
the guy-
least like it has a decent budget.
The main guy is the guy with the total like super receding hairline that was in The Hateful Eight.
Right.
I'll be damn gum. It's that guy.
Wait, but they've already made Lara Croft with Angelina Jolie.
I got.
Oh, yeah.
That movie.
I think
already-
that movie was called Tomb Raider, and this movie's called Lara Croft.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know,
yeah.
There's
it's
there's a
same
bunch
thing.
of Hitman movies.
Yeah. I actually saw one of those a long time ago, and it wasn't bad. It was like a good action movie. They made Italian Job, the movie, off of the PlayStation 2 game, The Italian Job.
They made that
the
whole
sandwich.
They made that whole SpongeBob TV show off of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, wait, that's... never
Dude,
mind.
that game is legendary.
Yes, I know.
Battle for
Jim.
Bikini Bottom, Jane's favorite game.
Dude, it's sick. It's fuck. You won't understand unless you play it.
Alright. It's high art. But
It's
they,
a very good.
I'm sure it's
platform.
art
This
when
isn't
you
the
are
same
high.
thing, but Jimmy Neutron was a movie, and then they
Yeah,
made it
and
into-
then
Yeah.
it turned into a TV show. Yeah,
which
No,
was
I know
fucking
that.
phenomenal.
Have you
What?
gone back and watched it?
I would not
Jimmy
call
Neutron?
the movie's not that good.
Why?
I watched it recently. It just wasn't
Huh.
very good.
Well, I haven't seen it in a long
Wait,
time.
I feel
so
like we
maybe-
watched it as like a group one time.
I don't think so.
so.
We just
No,
referenced
that,
it.
Oh
in
no,
episode
I'm
one.
thinking of Chicken Little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I defended. You guys didn't think that was good.
That movie was trash.
No,
It
it's not.
It was actual
Chicken
shit.
Little's funny.
No,
No, it's
it was-
not,
It was not good at all.
Fuck you guys.
Fuck you for liking Chicken,
Chicken Little's good. Fuck you, Runt, the fat pig guy.
Wow, what a
Classic
fucking
character.
joke. He's fat.
His arc
You're
was
a
amazing.
fucking joke.
Thank you for not calling me fat.
I was letting you.
But you
fill in the
prefer
blanks.
being a fucking joke.
Honestly, at this point, yeah.
Which can you change? being fat or being a fucking jerk.
Oh,
Let's
oh no!
I'm gonna
I'm
pick
saying-
picking
I'm
a
gonna pick a
topic.
topic. I'm gonna pick a topic.
This is what happens when you deviate.
The hostility.
Oh Lord,
God, it's hot in here.
It's not.
It is.
You are insane. It is not hot.
it's actually not. It's not that hot, especially if you were sleeping naked.
What is that? The topic?
It is in fact the topic.
Sleeping naked.
I
Is that
sleep
yours?
naked every night.
I feel like it's a very spicy topic.
Is that the question? Is if we sleep naked or not?
Well, it's just sleeping naked.
Sleeping
is the
naked.
topic. What do you think of it?
I
think it's the way to sleep. Honestly.
I would do it, but I have this like perpetual fear that someone's like being like, Steven, you're late for class. Like, wait for my time. Ah!
It's a very real fear.
I
in real
know.
life, isn't
So
it?
I sleep like
You're late for class.
yeah, the late for class part's not.
Jack, you cannot laugh either.
Whoa, yeah, but
Actually, no. Late for class just misses class.
But
because I only
If
have
he's
one
Mr. Class, you're Mrs. Class.
all right, that was good.
This is just turning into Santa.
Yeah.
Mrs. and a Mrs.
Remember
Claus,
that.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
But no, I sleep with just boxers.
Yeah.
But if I was brave, I would sleep with nothing.
Like,
See, I don't exactly have anyone to walk in on me anymore unless
Yeah.
my housemates are getting they get hammered. Like, Jack, you're late for class. It's 3 a.m. My dick is out.
and come here. It's a fantasy of mine.
What about
Kevin,
Jim, do you?
Ralph.
No.
What do you
Sleep
sleep in?
in my underwear.
Sleeping in underwear.
But why not?
I don't know. It just feels like weird.
It does feel kind of weird.
I've
like
done
the
it before.
cloth.
I've
like,
done it-
rips
It's
everywhere.
really nice. I
I've done
really
it before.
like it.
I don't really like it.
If it gets like, I don't know. See, I'm like thinking of this in the context of like the cool nights these days.
Mhm.
I'm actually really dreading it getting hotter.
Me too. I actually can't sleep under the covers in the summer.
Oh my god,
it gets
it's
so
the
hot. I
worst.
have to sleep on top of the covers
Yeah.
with the fan on.
And I feel really bad about turning on the AC in my house.
Yeah.
Whatever. I just feel really guilty about it.
Yeah.
And
Driving the
like,
electric bill
I
up.
don't know. In my room, I don't know if you guys remember.
It is
my,
very hot.
it gets really
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's stinky.
Well, there you go. That's what it is.
I mean, it's small.
Yeah.
You got a lot of air
Full of-
diffusion in
A
here.
lot of
A lot of
dudes in
jack
there.
in there.
A lot of dudes.
Dude's jacking it.
Well, no, honestly, there like especially like there were a bunch of dudes in there because we used to go in there and record.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, if we're gonna have like elongated recording sessions, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right. It's a
Um,
necessary evil.
It is kind of a scary
Being smelly is one of the 7 deadly sins. Did you know that?
Fuck.
apparently pestilence is one of the 7 deadly Me and Jane were playing this quiz game, and one of the questions was 7 deadly sins, and Jane put like 3 or 4 like wrath, greed, and pestilence is one of them. I'm
I
just
was
like,
thinking of the horseman.
not quite right.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the horseman.
It's a sin to be
It's a sin
diseased.
to, yeah, exactly. Famine is a sin.
It's
plague.
Funny. It's funny.
No, the other
We
thing
have our fun.
The other thing I'm really not looking forward to in the summer is fucking the clothes. I hate
Yeah.
I hate shorts.
That's a great point. I think
What?
winter clothing
Short
is way
jacket,
better.
No, but I look a lot better in winter clothing, especially because I can cover up my fat.
I feel the same way though. I hate shorts. I love like jeans and like
Yeah,
sweaters.
See,
I hate
I
winter
wear
shorts.
jeans in the summertime.
Yeah, but you're crazy.
Yeah, no,
It's
I get
crazy
really
here.
hot. I
It gets
sweat
like
a lot.
90 in the
You
summer.
sweat a lot too. I don't know how you don't sweat more.
Jaden wears like your jeans with your shirt tucked in and like layers. I don't know. I can't do it during the
I
summer.
can't do that during the summer
You're
either.
crazy.
I
Do
don't
you
know.
just,
When were shorts like popularized?
What?
Like the 1910s?
I don't know.
I'm thinking like knickers, knicker bottoms.
I don't know. when
Little
they're
boys
popular.
wearing knickers.
Little boy,
I mean,
sunny boy,
I just feel like there's a
sunny
abundance of cool clothes to wear in the winter, and there's not
Yes.
that many cool clothes in the summer.
well, because it's all you have to wear in the summer if you're a guy is a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
That's all you can wear.
I think we're tapping into something here, though. We need to think of a summer fashion line, like change a real game.
Well,
change.
Well, really, it's like guys need to be able to wear skirts or we're fucked.
I
Hey,
don't know. That's the conclusion of this.
we could bring in someone to talk about that.
All right, you can move on.
Well, I was
It's
gonna
Jack's-
say
it's Jack's dad.
part of my catalog is like cargo shorts. You guys
Oh,
always make
Lord.
well, not cargo shorts. It's the plaid. that
Yeah,
you
the
guys don't
plaid
like.
shorts. It just looks like he's in middle school.
Yeah, those are the middle school shorts.
I don't know what else there is.
Well, I only wore the basketball shorts in middle
See,
school.
I have an issue with shorts too because I
Like-
just can't. I wear jorts.
yeah,
Yeah,
very short
I-
George.
Jack
too.
has earned the nickname Jort Jack around my household. Like
Yeah.
my dad actually refers him to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I walked in today because we're recording in Jaden's house today, I walked in and his dad was like, "Oh, that George Jackson was like, I'm wearing my long jorts today." And he's like, "What? What's going on here?"
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wear jorts because I think they just, I don't know, they look more interesting. I just don't like regular shorts, and I like tight pants.
I think tight shorts look better than baggy shorts.
Definitely, that's true. And I think that shorter shorts look better than like knee-length shorts.
Well, really?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I agree with that.
When I first started wearing like above the knee tight kind of shorts, my parents made fun of me because they thought it was super gay. They didn't know that was kind of the style.
Yeah.
It's like, especially
it's
when I first started rolling my pants, they were like, they thought that was gay as shit.
That's what fucking indie kids do. They just don't.
No, everyone rolls. No, and now my parents are both like, we see the kids around town, like that's actually what they're wearing.
Those young boys.
What I've been thinking recently, because I don't know, I try and change my style up as I go. Definitely, there will still be some jorts action this summer. Don't worry, listeners. But
we're doing a Jort Jack calendar on the website.
I'm thinking of busting out some like running shorts, going for like real short running shorts.
I can only think of Polly Bleeker from Juno. You know what I mean? Just white for miles.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely white for miles as well.
I don't know if I could approve of that decision.
I'd have to see it.
I'd have to see it too, but I've been considering it just because I'd like.
Why?
I don't know, and I wore a lot of sweat shorts last summer just because those are different again.
Are like a revelation. I feel like,
dude, sweat. You know, I wear that same pair of sweat shorts to the gym. I have one pair. I wear them every time.
Yeah, me too.
Like sweaters.
Sweatpants
just cut off at the knee.
Yeah,
those are fucking great.
The best.
I wear nice. But see, really, what my issue is that I'm fat and I have a huge ass, and like it just doesn't work
well. A lot of
well.
Surface area.
No, so it's like you have a lump at the top at the front and a lump at the back at the bottom. It's like
at the seams.
I just look like garbage.
He looks like if someone took like the buffet.
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
No. It's like if you took like all the leftover muffins from the buffet and kind of sculpted a man out of them.
That's right. You didn't need to.
Fuck you. You look like you took all the leftover twigs from a forest and sculpted them into a man.
There's a lot of leftover twigs in the forest.
Yeah, well, you look like a fucking lot of twigs.
Stick bug Jaden. Fight.
Pile of twigs. Yeah. You know what that is.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that one actually.
Yeah. All right, can we
Thank
move
you
on?
for being considerate.
Yeah.
We all good?
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's someone else I want to say. If I think of it, I'll say it.
All right.
I could talk about fashion for a while.
Sleeping naked. Fashion. Naked.
Okay, that's what we started on.
Talking about sleeping
Naked. All right. Dead celebrities? Question mark.
Question mark?
There's two actually.
Two question marks.
Dead celebrities? 2 question marks.
Like, do they
are
exist?
They dead?
Yeah, are they really dead? Wait, that's the question?
Yeah.
Are they really dead?
Where's the island? Where's Tupac Island? That's what I'm saying.
Tupac and Elvis Presley living on it.
And
Michael Jackson.
And Eminem.
Eminem's alive.
And Paul McCartney, dude.
Oh, right.
That's his
body doubles, man. Body doubles.
What does that claim come from?
So basically the claim is that Paul McCartney stormed out of a recording session after a disagreement with the other band members and got into a car accident. He was like hit by a van.
Oh.
I used to read a lot of stuff like this, and I remember this one specifically. So they say he got hit by a van, but that the band didn't want to go on without him, that they wanted to stay as a band, because the disagreement was supposedly about whether they would keep doing live performances, because Paul McCartney didn't want to do live performances because he felt that the sound of all the screaming fans was too abrasive.
Which was real.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
We would know.
But they wanted to... Anyway, so the claim is that they hired a body double, basically, like Jaden was saying, to be Paul McCartney, and that's still the person, that he literally... a different person became Paul McCartney, and there's all sorts of fucking shit.
Such a weird idea.
There's so many, like literally every song by the Beatles got turned into like
conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You play Revolution 9 backward, and what is it?
I don't fucking know.
It's
It's not. No,
I mean there's one.
That's pretty good.
I was actually listening to that today in Glass Onion. It's like the walrus is Paul.
Yeah,
like that shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, And then they're like, oh, the walrus is like a symbol of death in like this culture. That's an actual thing. No,
the walrus is a symbol of death?
Yes.
In what culture?
I don't fucking know.
Inuit culture?
No, I think it actually was.
That sounds right, actually.
It's not fucking it's not Italian culture.
I just think of the guy from Mythbusters every time
I think of a walrus, man.
Yeah.
But, no, and I think... I don't know. One of those songs, I think I Am the Walrus.
Oh, wait.
Well, I mean...
Play it on Dead Man. That's what it says. You play it... You play it backwards as played on Dead Man or something like that.
Well,
stupid shit.
But I Am the Walrus, I'm pretty sure they wrote to, like... dispel. They're like...
Oh, yeah.
Or no,
John wrote that because...
He's like, let the fuckers figure this one out.
He
absolute...
It was in response
nonsense.
because he said people were overanalyzing their lyrics. He said, in fact, that most of them were just fucking...
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That song's great. I was just listening to that.
Oh, it's a great song. No, I think Magical Mystery Tour is a really underrated.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. There's some great shit on there.
It's basically just a B-sides album.
Yeah.
But it's really good, though.
Yeah, that song's great.
Damn. It's a weird group to be appreciating the Beatles.
No, I told you, I'm getting back into them. Like, I've never really... Because I had that one CD. I feel like everybody had it. The Greatest Hits one. The big number 1 on it. Did you guys have that?
No.
Well, I grew up listening to it. It was like their greatest hit shit, so... I don't know. But I've never seriously gone back and listened to their old stuff. Like, stuff that got them really famous. Back when they had, like... Because I was watching videos on them, and they had, like... If you check the top selling songs of the year, like, 8 of the top 10... or Beatles songs.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Those songs are really good, if you give them time and go back to them.
Yeah, no, I was considering going back and just sort of listening to, like, the early Beatles discography. Because I have a family friend who is
John Lennon.
Yeah, no, he's the body double.
He's the walrus.
Paul McCartney. He's the walrus, exactly.
He's a family friend. The walrus.
But, no, he, like... As long as I've known him, and whenever music comes up, he's like, the Beatles are the greatest band of all time. I mean, like, there are people like that, and he's just so sure of it. And I don't know, now that, like, I'm just curious to hear what they sound like now that, I don't know, I listen to music differently.
What do you think a Beatles Harsh Noise album would sound like?
I don't know.
Harsh Noise.
I don't know.
Jaden hears me talking about music and needs to find a way to talk about Harsh Noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
But I think their later stuff
I love the amount of respect you have for me.
Me too.
Boys, no fight. Please don't fight.
He started it.
I did not.
No, he started it.
No, I didn't! You just did!
It's like middle school.
You can rewind to this shit and listen.
I was gonna say, I think their later stuff is overrated and their early stuff is underrated. Because their later stuff, like Let It Be, I don't know. Like, that song's good, but like...
Across the Universe, though?
That's a good song.
It's a good-ass song.
No, they have great songs in every decade, but I think the quality... Well, yeah, either one.
It really fell off in the 90s.
Well, and that album, I don't know if everybody knows, but like...
sucked in the 90s.
The last album they recorded was Abbey Road, but the last album they released was Let It Be.
Oh.
So Let It Be
they were fighting in the 70s.
They recorded it before, but they were all fighting during the recording, so they didn't release it. And then afterwards they released it, and that was the last one.
It's the 2014 of Beatles record.
Yeah, that's a Unicorns album. Mm-hmm. But and the production of that album is kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know. The Beatles, like, obviously they get a lot of shit from people in the music.
Piero Scruffy.
Yeah, well, like, because they've been just paraded as this gold standard. It's like, they were really good, and that's all there is to say about it.
That's just it.
That's just what? So, what was the original topic? Dead celebrities?
Yeah.
What else? What other dead?
No, like, celebrities that, like, potentially faked their own deaths and are still living just to escape the limelight. The classics are Tupac, Biggie, Michael Jackson,
Elvis Presley,
Kurt Cobain, Hitler, probably the most famous one.
Celebrity.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yes. The right word for it?
No, but yes.
There's many words for Hitler. And most of them
fantastic.
Most of them are in German.
No, cut it.
Ubermensch.
I feel
he's not Ubermensch.
I feel like the least likely to fake his own death was Elvis Presley, because he just got insanely overweight in his life and just had a heart attack, like on the toilet or whatever.
Yep.
So that probably did happen.
Very high.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Way to go.
I love
Bob Marley.
Wait, how did he die?
He smoked too much marijuana.
Drowned in a cloud of weed.
The only marijuana death.
You know how statistics? They're always like, there's only like one person ever that's died. That man, Bob Marley.
It's actually Waka Flocka.
He's alive. It's a person.
I know.
Is that
No, wasn't it Waka Flocka like went to the he got hospitalized because he thought he was gonna die. He took so many edibles.
That's true, yeah.
and then Jaden read that story, took too many edibles, and then thought he was going to die.
True. Yeah, no. Yeah. I thought about that story in a very similar situation. It just made me even more.
That's not a good time to think about that story.
Oh no, it was awful. It was hell.
Wait, when did you take an edible? Is there a story?
This was like a while ago.
Was this the only time you've done it?
No.
Oh, really?
But I took way too many.
I was alone. How does that always happen? People all, like, I always hear about people accidentally taking, like, 2 doses.
It's because it takes anywhere from, like, a half hour to fucking 2 hours to kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, it was literally an hour and, like, at 15 minutes. And I took, like, the amount that I was supposed to. And nothing happened. So I'm like, I might as well take the rest.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was
the other issue is that on, like, commercially... Well, so... It's actually... It goes both ways. So with commercially sold edibles that you'd, like, get at the dispensary or the rec shop, they, like, list, like, 80 grams THC... Or 80 milligrams THC, 80 grams THC, 80 milligrams of THC. And there might be... So, that's probably between, like, 50 and 150 milligrams.
Yeah.
Because these are not, like, super regulated industries.
Yeah.
Even though it says, like, pot industries, this is still a guy in his garage.
Yeah.
Like, these are not... Like, now it's kind of changing a bit as, like, the industry...
Pot industries reminds me of something, like, from, like, Captain Underpants. It's just, like, a very simplified corporation.
Yeah.
But anyway,
like, what is it, like,
Mr.
Tree Comics Incorporated?
Yeah. Mr. Krupp Pot Industries.
So, not only is, like, the amount in it totally, like, up to interpretation, and they're just kind of estimating, the distribution within it is also totally... Who fucking knows? So it could be 80 milligrams, but in like one half you have 10 milligrams, and the other half you have 50. So you cut it in half, and you have no idea what you're actually taking. Yeah. And then it's pretty similar with like just guy cooking up edibles, and he's like, dude, like I got your Rice Krispies. Yeah. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
you have no idea how much
these were homemade.
Yeah, exactly. You have no idea what's going into that.
Gotcha.
My favorite edible. Story of mine was fucking it was on the previously mentioned on this podcast trip to Napa that I went on, and my friend had...
That full story needs to be told at some point in the future on the podcast.
Well, he had made a whole Tupperware thing full of like weed chocolate, like this is a lot. It's not like a small Tupperware. This is a huge thing, and
like a big Christmas gift. Boss.
Yeah. So he had it in his freezer, and like I had like some earlier, but I come back from I taken mushrooms, and later that night we were just getting hammered drunk, and he was like, yeah, like because I brought a couple handles with me. He's like, yeah, like I'll trade you that handle, and like you can like eat however much of the edibles you want. And so
which was also a flaw in the contract right there.
Yeah, exactly.
A very obvious loophole.
So I ate all of it. I literally sat there all night just munching on fucking weed chocolate. Yeah.
Because it was chocolate nonetheless.
Exactly. It's like,
it's the cycle. The munchy cycle.
What happened is
is that the one where you
came out of the bathroom naked?
Yeah,
that was that one. And got a compliment on my penis, may I mention.
Do you want to tell that story? Do you want to say that for
Squirrel's tally mark on the wall.
Should I tell that story?
That's a long story.
That's a very long story.
That's like an hour-long story almost. Don't you think?
We have a lot.
We have a lot of time.
Let's save that for a rainy day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to rain tonight, though.
Oh, well.
We'll see if it starts raining.
If we hear a drop of rain, I'm going to burst out into song. Because that is a sing-along story. I'll have you know.
We'll send you guys the lyrics.
We got the guitar in here.
All right, Jaden. Topic time.
Good high school stories.
Well, that wasn't in high school, but...
Wait, whose was that?
Mine.
Oh.
We picked all of yours.
Oh, there you go.
It's so disappointed. Fucking
good high school student stories. Well, all of them pretty much include us. Well, the thing is, what I mean is, like...
Incredible! What a revelation from Steven!
I mean, like...
No, I'm talking about 2 random people we don't know in high school. Like, just what's their story? What are they up to?
But, the thing is, I was a year older than them, so I graduated, so you guys...
You're a year older than me, and I'm 2 years older than you.
Oh, right. So I graduated, and they had a whole year of hanging out while I was away, because I moved to Portland for 2 years. So there's all sorts of stuff that...
I'm doing all sorts of mental math right now.
There's all sorts of stuff that went up while I was gone. But
Yeah.
well, what did you have in mind?
It
Nothing.
became so much more fun when Steven left.
I had nothing in mind.
Don't say that.
No, it's just because I was doing a lot more drugs.
Oh yeah, I kind of missed your whole like that. That was like a haze.
Yeah, you got like a month at the very end.
I like
before
visited.
I went to rehab.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just heard about it. Jin's blowing out a candle. He's not just
Very ineffectively.
Yeah, it's gonna melt the whole thing, so I'm trying.
Trying to save it.
Yeah. I mean, this shit's expensive. Candles are expensive. Okay.
Well, I don't.
Gold digger over there.
I don't really have any like crazy stories that I can think of from high school. All I'm thinking of is when Hype, the band that I was in, played at the talent show.
That was before my time.
That was before you were there? Oh, right. Was that junior year?
Yeah.
My junior year? Damn. Well, yeah, I was in a band in high school and we played a talent show and it was cool. That's the whole story.
I remember when you guys played in that bar.
Yeah, so we,
Of course you remember the bar, Jack.
Jack was at the bar. But,
there's this whole
16-year-old
timeline
Jack.
here we need to keep
But,
in
yeah,
mind.
our bass player, she would always get us gigs and she got us a gig. It
She
was
was
like,
also translucent. Something worth noting.
moving on from that.
We're not naming names.
Oh yeah, that's true. So this bitch. No, just kidding. So she's always getting us gigs, and there was some. It wasn't like an open mic, but it was like a thing where this bar would have nights where a bunch of bands could play, like local bands and stuff.
Was this the Cats?
No, this was at. It was. What was the name of the fucking bar?
I don't fucking remember.
Ah, shit. It'll come to me later.
Poorhouse?
No.
No, I'm
But-
thinking places I've played before.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's not like.
Poor Richards?
Stop shouting. This is not. Stop.
What's Poor Richards?
participating.
It's the bar in the office.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Go on.
Hooters.
Stop.
Cooters to
Oh,
pooters.
I'm getting tilted. I'm getting my
Yeah,
Starburst
dude.
to console me.
Steven's drinking a whole handle right
But
now.
like, it was like a kind of not a skeevy bar, but it wasn't in like a super nice.
It was
like,
not
part-
a nice place.
No, and like there
There
was
was
like
like old kind of.
yeah, there was like
angry
6
people.
acts, and like 3 of them at least were just like old men in blues bands. like that was like the crowd.
Johnny B. Goods.
Yeah, they were the type that like would play, and while they're playing, it's like, give it up for the famous Johnny Six Fingers, and this guy starts shredding, and it's like, okay. And then like there was a DJ who was just super out of place, and then there was us, and we made like
Pop punk.
basically. It was like
Yeah.
indie rock pop punk.
I played in a show. I played in a similar thing where there was a DJ and it was just like, oh my god, and they were supposed to go on first,
Yeah.
and then we were after them, and they didn't fucking show. So like, okay, you have to go. And we're like, what the fuck?
When
like,
was that?
Nesha Coachella,
What?
the Jewish Coachella.
Oh, that gig.
Because me included, 3 out of the 4 members of the band looked incredibly Jewish. Although the fun fact, no one was Jewish, so it was a big misunderstanding. But it was still, it was kind of fun.
I think my favorite out of place musician act story is Ash, whose first show
Oh yeah.
he was doing noise, and his first show he like performed, and then afterwards realized that he was in like a folk concert, and like everyone was like booing him. I was like, "What's going on?"
He got booed?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Literally got booed off the stage.
This isn't Neutral Milk Hotel. I thought this was just a really long intro. This isn't pre-Sister Swung Your Donkeys On. It's the only acceptable noise at a folk concert.
Yeah, pretty
What was
much.
the question? High school
High
stories.
school
I
stories.
think there's
Don't yell at
plenty.
me, I'm gonna go get a drink of water. No yelling.
I just even always have to leave
Yeah.
recordings. It's a rare opportunity we've been granted with.
We can talk shit about Steven.
Yeah.
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's really cute too.
He's got a really taut butt.
He really does have a top butt. You can really see it right now because the lack of pants thing.
Yeah, I'm back. Why do you get quiet every time? Stand up.
Because we were saying nice things about you and not talking shit.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Why is there tension in the air?
I don't know.
You tell me,
Stop,
bitch.
I don't like it.
Yeah, fucko.
Dude, fuck you.
Woohoo! I'm a crazy guy. Alright, let's just pick another topic. I mean, I don't know. There are plenty of high school stories. Like, the one that comes to mind was at Starbucks. When
Yeah, Starbucks.
When I,
You guys both work at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Fact.
Jaden doesn't actually work at Starbucks.
In theory, I work at Starbucks.
Jaden's been
He applied
told
like
he works
2 months ago, and
And then they said I got the job, and then they never gave me a schedule. So it's like I'm in limbo right now. But I can say, I can talk all sorts of shit.
But anyway, I went. Jaden was there. I don't think Steven was there. But I kind of half the group had already gone outside. And it was just me and another friend of mine, and I was in front of her in line. I got my drink, and
I know what this story is.
She orders hers. So after I pick up my drink, I assume that her drink is the next in line. And so that she'd be following me out the door, right? So I walk out the door, and without looking behind me, I slam it into the next person who I could hear walking behind me, and I say, "Eat door, bitch!" And then I turn around to realize that it was not my friend. It was actually this, 70-year-old woman who was, crying and, so offended, and I was just, I couldn't fucking
Is she on
bear
the
it.
brink of tears?
Basically, she was like, "That was incredibly rude," and then thumbs up, and I literally fell to the ground laughing. I was like, "I'm so sorry," and it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
We witnessed Jack just collapse to the floor because we didn't actually see the moment of question.
Oh, eat door, bitch. That's just goes down in history.
Our friend was so mad at you.
Eat door, bitch.
Oh yeah, she was.
She was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
That was funny though.
That was a top 10 Jack moment right there.
Yeah, that was. That's one of your
No,
best.
that should have been one of the top.
Have you ever punched
Top
a hole
10
in a wall?
Jack moments.
Have I ever punched a hole in a wall?
I feel like you would have for some reason.
Thanks.
Well, I don't know. Doesn't
No,
seem
I've hit
like
a
the
hole in a wall with a hammer.
Wait,
Hammer?
because you're doing demolition.
No, this
Oh.
was actually an unintentional.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like a kid, and I was just I found a hammer that my mom had left out, and I was just playing with it.
As you do.
Well, I was pretending that I was a warrior or something,
You were
just
Thor.
Hammer?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then I swung, and I was in the middle of a fucking fight with an imaginary person. I just kutuk, and I made a fat hole in the wall, and did not admit that one for years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you cover it up?
No, I just left it there, and I just
How
ignored
the
it.
fuck did they not know it was you?
And they were like, "Who was this?" And I was like, "I have no idea."
One of the two adults or the one child living in this house?
No, I blamed it on my brothers who were very young at the time.
Oh.
Could not reach the hole.
Speaking of hole in the wall,
That's
Hole in the Wall.
That's a show.
that's a great
You guys
show.
remember that?
Yeah.
It's if you don't know the premise, it's there's somebody just stands and there's a what is it? Is it goo or is it just water?
It's just water.
Standing behind them, and there's a moving wall towards them with a shape, and they have to fit into that shape, or else they get knocked into the water.
It's
That's
a very
the whole
Japanese
concept.
game show.
Yeah, it
No,
really is.
it started as a Japanese game show,
Yeah.
and then it got ported to the U.S.
And it's always funny to see people, unathletic
But
people.
Nick Cannon, I'm pretty sure, was the
Yeah.
Of course he was.
It was on Cartoon Network, that show.
Yeah.
It was in
Slime.
2010, it was one of the first live action things they did on Cartoon Network. With Chowder and
Yeah.
stuff.
Wait,
Adventure
why'd
Chowder's not live
why'd you
action.
bring up...
No, I mean they were airing it alongside Chowder and Adventure
Oh.
Time, but then they had these live action shows.
They did have a live action episode. Do you remember the one where the animation budget was
Yeah.
gone? Yeah.
Well, that was just a little tiny piece of the
Yeah.
episode. No, I love Chowder. We've talked about this.
Yeah, Chowder's
Chowder's a
good.
great show.
Hole in
It's
the wall.
aged well too.
Jack's using sign language to communicate. He wants Starburst, so I'm gonna throw 5 at him.
Ah!
He's beckoning.
He caught 4 of them.
And
I have to narrate as we go.
3 of them. Oh wait, is there one in my...
Steven Attenborough.
One of them fell down the Mariana Trench.
Steven Attenborough.
Fuck you!
Wow, Jack's sweaty butt is in the trench now.
Yes, thank you. All
For
right,
those of you
those of you at home.
at home who can't see Jack's steaming ass, it's so cold in the wintertime.
It's when you step out of the hot tub and it's cold.
Just,
It's rising off of his body.
dude, I wish I had a hot tub. I fucking love hot tubs.
Yeah,
The singular thing I miss about my old apartment complex,
Nah,
the haunted apartment complex.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we talked about it.
that's so scary. I can't get over
The
that.
more I think about it, the more I'm certain that there was some bad energy in that place.
Bad vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I believe it.
Yeah. All right. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Moving on.
Drag, what do you got to say? Say it right now.
So right now with
Right
food in your
now.
mouth.
Poo poo pee pee.
All right.
You're fucking dead to me.
How dare you?
Interesting dreams.
How have
Dude,
we picked
my
one?
dreams have been fucked up recently.
Really?
Really?
I've had some vivid ass fucked up dreams.
See, I never really remember my dreams. I had one last night that I remembered when I woke up. Now I can't really.
Dude,
recall.
I have fucked up dreams every night.
Seriously?
Night. Yeah.
That's,
Like not nightmares, but just like
terrible.
super vivid dreams.
Yeah, I've had friends who just like they're like, yeah, I have a nightmare like every night. It's like
I don't really have nightmares that much, but I have like really like kind of dark dreams.
I saw that. My ex-girlfriend,
mm-hmm.
who you two know very well,
It's me chewing Starburst. That's the difference.
but she had like every night.
Yeah, that's who I was actually referring to.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
These are the most terrifying nightmares I've ever heard in my
Which is
life.
just unthinkable.
Can you share one of the?
Yeah, no, she talked about one where like she'd be like in like a normal situation, and then like realize that she was like in a dream or like the world wasn't real, and she'd feel like a shadowy figure behind her, but just like couldn't look behind her, and then the situation would change and she'd forget.
Oh.
And then it would just happen over and over again. She'd just feel this figure behind her. It's like, what the fuck?
It's fucked up.
Actual hell.
Yeah.
You know, she's talked about some dreams that I can't remember. That's the only one I remember. But like, they just felt like the definition of nightmares. It's like actual just living in hell.
Yeah. I have a few nightmares that stuck with me that happened when I was younger that I like still remember vividly
Do tell.
because they were fucked.
Oh yeah, no, we all have those nightmares when we were younger.
There's
we
like
just never forget.
there's like two. There's like a third one that's not so much. I just remember it. There's one time I was in my old house and like the lights kept shutting off just one by one, and it would
Did
just
they make that noise?
Yeah, honestly, and it was terrifying because I was like a little kid. And as when you're a kid, that's like one of the scariest things.
Yeah.
So I remember that. This other one, I was living in Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon.
There we go. And my house was pretty big. It was kind of a big house. So as a kid, when it's nighttime and you're the only one up, it's like really scary. You know what I mean?
I feel that way here.
Yeah, when you get up and it's
pitch
dark in a big room, it's terrifying. And I had this dream. I'm trying to remember chronologically what happened. It doesn't make any sense to prep yourself. But I was like, I had a bunch of friends over, and we're like,
oh yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
I don't have any friends. And like I fell asleep while we were hanging out in the dream, and then I woke up and everybody was gone. Oh, and my brother, who's like really into Halloween.
The brother who also would hide in the closet.
The same brother that would hide in the closet and scare me. He had this fucking pumpkin mask like thing. It's almost like a scarecrow because it was like you drape the cloth over the frame. And it would like sit in the garage because it was like a Halloween prop, but it like
because of course.
Because of course, and fucking I had this catwalk. So when you were in the living room. What?
I'm imagining like doing like catwalk, doing like a fashion show.
Okay, but do you know what I mean by catwalk? Like you know at the big club where that upper walkway is?
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. I'd look up and he was fucking like floating up there, and just like floating, not walking, and I basically passed out in my dream. I was so scared.
Like, let's get out of here!
I think I actually pissed myself in real life in that dream. I remember that specifically. And that was one that like scarred me as a kid. There was more to it than that, but there was one that like absolutely fucked me up.
The rape.
What?
There was more to it than that.
There's more to it. I'm just glazing over that.
That's too painful.
There was one that disturbed me, and this was like 4 years ago, I think. I was in my Kennedy house.
The Kennedy house.
I don't remember the first part of the dream, but the second part of the dream, it was like raining, and like I saw like in the gutter there was this thing lying in the rain gutter, and it was a baby, and there was a baby lying and it was crying.
Oh no!
It's actually hard to like think about.
Was it face down?
What? It was face up, and I
Jaden, fuck up. This is like
I turned it over. And on the back.
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, never mind. I think it was face down. Have you turned it?
No, I'd say no, it was face up, and it was crying, and I yeah, it's actually hard to talk about. I picked it up, and it like had like like Voldemort in the first Harry Potter movie. It had like a face like molded into the back of its head, like as if it was wax and it was like pressed in, and like and then it like turned into like liquid in my hands.
Oh my god!
And I woke up and I was so scared. I didn't know what time of night it was. I just woke up in like a panic and I like couldn't get back to sleep. And that's like to this day I remember how scared I was.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, you wake up
awful.
and your heart's beating. Like,
How do you feel? How does it make you feel?
I fucking just thinking about it, remembering it, it freaks me out. It's just disturbing.
Why do we always get into spooky shit on this?
It's fun to talk about.
It's fun to talk
about.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Fuck you,
Jesus
raising
Christ.
questions. So yeah, that was I guess one of my more scary ones. Do you guys have any notable ones you remember?
Yeah.
I don't really have nightmares, to be honest. Like
I haven't in a long time.
Weird and like I never really have like. Generally, when things go on in dreams, this isn't like a hard and fast rule, but I usually just go along with it. Like I'm kind of just like, yeah, this is normal. Like this is stuff that should be happening. Even if it's like weird, fucking bizarre.
That's same.
When you're dreaming,
you never think it's a dream.
Yeah, but like not even that. I just like, I don't know. I don't really get scared or like I don't feel much emotion. But that's not, like I said, that's not entirely true. I don't know. I had a crazy dream last night.
Really?
Talked about with my. Well, it wasn't really crazy. It was just like very like meaningful. I'm not actually gonna go into it.
Oh really?
It's kind of. Well, I like.
It's like a real life Rorschach test.
It's
like a shark.
Yeah, I know what the Rorschach test is. It's just an interesting analogy.
You don't want to share it with the listeners, perhaps. It reveals a little bit too much about you.
I was like going on this date with someone.
This is too real, dude.
And I don't know who the person was, but like in the dream, I knew who they were.
Referred to as Big Titty Goth GF.
And then it was the actual dream. Dream girlfriend.
But I was like on this date with her, like underneath a Target. Or like a Safeway or something. We like went into I don't know. Okay. Very weird, just dream shit.
I was thinking a literal Target.
Yeah, I was like underneath.
I was like, oh no, you mean the shopping center?
You know, Target, the seller of Target.
But then we so I went to go get something and I saw the previously mentioned ex-girlfriend. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know.
Whenever you see like real people in your dreams, it's like, oh boy. Here we go. It's never fun.
Your shit's about to get real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess.
It's real.
No, dude, I get
people.
Alright, Jaden, what about you?
I have total reoccurring settings in all my dreams.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I've had those before.
So basically, I could almost paint a visual map of, like, my dreams. Like, all these locations, they link together.
Yeah.
Like, it's super odd. It starts off with this house that we're in, but it's, like, so it's my home, but it's different. It's got, like, a bunch of extra rooms. All the same rooms are reoccur in like, this, like...
Yes!
Exactly. They reoccur in all my dreams.
Shivers. That's terrifying.
Yeah. And then, just, like, different... Like, I can't even... it's not something I could even explain. Yeah. But, like, the scapes were the same. Like, it was these same, like, dreamscapes that kind of occur around this one central location. And I have weird dreams every morning, like, every night.
Yeah.
But the one that I had the other day that particularly sticks out was... It was, like, me and, like, probably my parents. Maybe there were some other people there, but I don't remember. We were out in the, like, in my front driveway. And my front driveway is, like, pretty big. Like, it's there's room for, like, a lot of cars. It's like a big long driveway. It's like on a hill. And we were just there's no cars in the driveway. There might have been one car, but we were all just kind of standing out there, and there's 2 giant fucking UFOs flying around.
That sounded comical the way you put it. Just
no, it was one of those things.
Were they like flying saucers?
Yes, but they were like very close. Like they were very like they weren't even UFOs because they were identified.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like clip art. Like,
no.
Like
these were like
saucers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, these were like very like. These weren't those. These were like very vivid. Like it was really weird. It felt like even in the like looking back in the dream, like that I'd seen them before, and that in the dream I was like, yes, like that's what they look like. That's fucking what UFOs look like. That like I just kind of like lots of flashing lights, like in neon kind of like swirling colors, like something kind of maybe from like the ship from E.T. almost. If that makes sense.
I kind of remember it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, something like that. But there were 2, and they were following each other, and they were flying around these super like convoluted patterns, and we were like, holy shit. And so I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna be that guy. So I remember I pull out my phone and I start filming it, and I'm getting some great footage. I'm like, holy shit, like this is gonna be like, I was thinking like this is gonna change the world, like this is actually gonna change, like this is gonna change everything.
This is a scary dream. Sounds like thrilled.
No, this was, I never said it was a scary dream.
Oh really?
No, I told you I don't really like, I don't have too many nightmares anymore, but they're just really vivid fucking freaky dreams.
Yeah.
And then the UFO fucking one of them lands in our fucking
oh my god
yard, and we're like, holy shit. And so like it's landing.
Attila?
Holy shit.
She was there.
So for some reason, I don't know why, but we decide we need to go like inside and like prepare, because it's like, what if they're like dangerous or something? Like I think we were going inside to use the phone to call like someone, like either a news crew or fucking like the government or
president.
Someone to deal with it. Yeah, we had the black phone to call the president. very bad aliens.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
The black.
You're making a face.
It was nothing. Move on.
It was nothing. Mulan.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, like I was ready to go back outside, and then I think my mom was taking like forever, as you know, moms do to get ready.
Also in dreams.
No, and I remember being like, holy shit, like what are you doing? That is so important. Like we need to go back outside. Like,
that's such a dream thing. Like where other people just don't get it.
And you're like, oh my god, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like you're literally the only sentient person in this world. And then eventually we go back out there, and it's gone.
Yeah.
And I remember being so fucking mad. I was like livid. I was like, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like this must make you really upset." And I was like, "You think?"
It's like consoling you.
No, it was very like
you had the footage.
Yes, but still, it wasn't like I wanted to fucking make history. I wanted to make content. Yeah.
Can I see it?
The footage? Yeah. So and then I looked at my phone.
You wake up and it's on your phone. Whoa. No, when it comes to reoccurring things, I actually have a few. A big reoccurring thing I have is
sexy legs.
Sexy legs, yeah. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, shout out to sexy legs.
Shout out to my sexy legs.
No. But when I am really stressed out, I get stress dreams, and something that reoccurs is waves. Often what happens is I'll be like in a city or something, and in the distance I'll see like a wave the size of a mountain.
Tsunami.
Like a tidal wave, basically. And the perfect like representation I've seen of it in film is, have you guys seen Interstellar?
No.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The fucking planet they land on, where they see in the distance, they think it's a mountain, and they realize it's a giant wave coming at them. That is like one of the scariest things I can imagine. So like, every time that keeps happening in my dreams.
I've had like 4 or 5 of those dreams.
Yeah.
The dreams are
take place
crazy.
in the same fucking place. Yeah. Seriously, same beach. Yeah. It's insane. I only dream of like the same places.
No, this is actually a really interesting topic to me, bringing up a lot of things. Firstly, I'd like to note to anyone listening who cares, I'm actually doing really well with regards to that ex-girlfriend that I mentioned.
Shout out to Jack.
Shout out to Jack doing
thank
well.
you.
Woo! And Jack's mental health. It's in a good place right now.
Thank you.
Shout
It's a very good place right now.
No, it's good. It's good.
I'm doing very well, a lot better than I have been in the past.
I'm happy for you.
So anyway, now that I've got that out of the way.
Yeah.
The thing you were saying about like your house but with extra rooms, that is such a... I was actually talking like this...
Your house already... your childhood home already has a shit ton of rooms.
It's true.
So
but
I can't even imagine.
Fucking... I was talking to my shrink about this morning. We were like talking about this dream that I had.
What'd you say? Or he?
It's a he.
I don't know why.
Well, okay, so the thing is, apparently, like, obviously, like, dreams are, like, super personal.
Yeah.
Tell me. And...
I need to know more about myself.
Yeah. But apparently one of, like, the reoccurring things that, like, seems to be, like, pretty true, like, throughout most people is, this man. And he comes in your dreams and he has these eyebrows.
That's not, no.
No, I'm kidding.
That's not
Thisman.com.
That face freaked me out.
Every night.
Yeah, me too. It scared the shit out of
like
me. If you guys haven't seen it, look up This Man Dreams.
Have you seen
or whatever.
his face?
Every night,
it's
thousands
scary.
of people around the world see this man in their dreams.
Yeah.
It's like, now I will.
Yeah,
Thanks
exactly.
to this thing.
No, but what he said is that, like, buildings tend to represent, like, your mind.
Oh, okay.
Structure.
Yeah, and, like, journeys also tend to represent, like, transitional periods in your life.
I've had those kind of dreams.
Yeah. So it was really interesting because, like, a recurring dream that I have, that I had a lot as a kid and I had once, kind of like a couple months ago, is that I'd find somewhere in my house, like, this like, compartment, and you, like, open it up and, like, always as a kid, it's kind of interesting the dichotomy between the dream I had as a kid and the one that I had recently, but as a kid, it would be like this, like, really tight kind of, like, it was kind of like a mine shaft in that it was all, like, earthen walls, like, held up by, like, wooden planks, but it would be really tight, and you'd have to, like, really squeeze, and it would be, like, really scary, just super dark, but when you get down there, it's, like, this just, like, unknown, like, new place, and, like, I would always discover it at night, but then as I guess an adult now, having that dream again, it was like, it was during the day, and I was alone. As a kid, I always discovered it, like, with a group of people, but I was...
But then at the bottom, there was a tax collector, and it just ruined the whole dream.
What the fuck? Damn it, I'm an adult now. There's taxes in my dreams.
Because also we
gotta
live
pay
in
the
the day and
dream
age where
tax.
there is a tax collector. It's not fucking the 500 BC. I don't know.
Yeah, but I went down, like, there was, like, this huge room. Instead of, like, this really cramped, like, terrifying space, there was this huge room with, like, sunlight coming in. And I don't know, it's, like, it was good, honestly, thinking back. And I'm like, damn, I must be in, like, a much better place now than I used to be.
So that represented your, like...
Yeah, like, my mind state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
Cool. It's really interesting stuff.
I don't think I want to share it because it's, like, it was pretty personal, but I've had dreams where it's, like, clear, like, symbolism for, like, things happening in your life.
No, that person I was talking about earlier talked to me about dreams that were, like, not just symbolism, like, literal stuff. It was like, and then my dad did this, and it's like, these are literal, like, fears you talked to me about. And she's like, yeah, Mom. No, she had the most literal, terrifying dreams of fucking all time.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to her.
Shoutouts to her.
It's a great movie. Joaquin Phoenix.
Spike Jonze.
What?
That's who directed it, right? Spike Jonze.
No?
Jones?
Her? Yeah, he
Really?
did.
Spike
Yeah,
Jonze?
he did.
Yeah.
Jeremy Johns?
What are you saying?
What the fuck are you talking
Are
about?
you disagreeing just for the sake of argument?
Jeremy Johns?
Or do you...
No,
Jared Leto?
No, Jeremy Johns, the guy who does video reviews on YouTube.
For fuck's sake. Spike Jonze movies. Her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being John Malkovich.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of
Adaptation.
Spike Lee. And I was like, that's not right.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, I was thinking of Spike TV. It's like, that isn't there.
I was
I always
thinking
watch
of,
Cops marathons.
I was thinking of
Ultimate
Spike,
Warrior.
the dog.
What if a pirate and a ninja met? Well, the pirate would shoot him.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Wow,
literally what
great
happened.
show.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
ninja
fuck
would
yeah.
cut through the bullet.
Ultimate Warrior. I fuck with Ultimate
That was
Warrior.
Deadliest Warrior, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
One of them.
Deadliest Warrior.
Deadliest Catch, dude.
What? No. What's the?
Oh, well, I tossed one at
Oh, one
you.
of them flew out of the hat. It's meant to be. What was the show? Oh yeah, Ninja Warrior. That's what it is.
Ultimate Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, where they just climb shit and look athletic.
It's boring as fuck.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
not very fun.
green beret versus yellow jacket. Do you remember that in Important Things with Dimitri Martin?
I've actually never seen it.
I think
You've
so.
never seen Important Things?
No.
Oh, dude, add that to
I saw
the
like
list.
an episode. And
Add that to the list of shit to watch. That's really good.
Yeah.
I remember, didn't we watch that on the flight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching an airplane. We watched like the whole, and we were laughing our asses off in the plane. It was very distracting.
It's very funny though. I have a lot of them downloaded.
I love Dimitri Martin.
Yeah.
I told you guys. Obviously, you guys haven't seen it yet because I don't even know what
That
it released.
movie.
But Dean, that movie he came out with last year. It's a great film. I loved it. It totally caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything else about it besides what you told me. I've never heard about it before, but it sounds really good.
I loved it.
So anyway, new topic.
New topic. I actually thought it was going to be this, but this is past vacations. I thought it'd be interesting to talk about because we've been on vacations together. And
Yeah.
there's interesting stuff that's taking
To
place.
Sandals, Jamaica.
Sandals,
with jam.
Jamaica. No, I guess the most recent one is me and Jaden went to Cabo. His family has a place down there, or a timeshare. Allegedly. This, who knows? Who knows, really?
It was all a dream.
And yeah, it's just like that we stayed in your place, which is like right on the beach. It's really pretty. Yeah, and it was just cool.
Jack has been there too.
Yeah.
That was the flight that we were talking about. Separate occasions, yeah.
I treat my friends nice.
There are perks to being friends with you.
There wasn't a whole lot of
it's true.
super
It's not a
notable
rumor.
things that happened on the trip.
No, that's what made it so nice.
Yeah, we just
Honestly.
relaxed.
It was chill. It was
We
low-key.
did karaoke with your parents' friends, which was something.
That's always a highlight every year.
Just like
Well, this was the first year. I mean, because we are of drinking age.
Yeah.
I mean, you are of drinking age. I'm not.
Right.
But I'm of drinking age in Cabo.
Yeah.
And this was the first year I got right smashed doing karaoke.
I have a video of you. Yeah.
Oh, you do have a video?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is it the Beatles one or no?
I have the Beatles ones. I'm gonna try to explain the best I can because it's not. I wish you could see it, but there's like Jaden was singing what is that, Day in the Life?
Day in the Life
for karaoke, but I don't know. I didn't remember, but there's a part in the song. It's like a long part. It's like a minute where it's just like noise, and it just builds up and it's getting louder.
It's just like harsh. It's like violins.
Yeah.
It's like.
And it's just like not optimal karaoke music. We're just sitting uncomfortable.
It's actually shortened in the karaoke version.
Oh,
I
really?
listened to the actual version like not long after, and it's longer.
I just have that video of you and zoomed in on you, and Jaden's like, just screeching into the microphone.
I'm like, ah! Into the mic, like in front of all these like 40-year-old women.
Just a snapshot,
just,
like 3 seconds of that.
It was funny.
And then of course, like, we had to balance between picking good songs and songs that they would let us pick. It's like, that's too sad.
Yeah.
Don't sing that. It's like, well...
No. Here, that's what the theme was. we would start, and then we wouldn't want to go, and they'd be like, "Come on, go!"
Yeah.
And then we're like, "Nah, like we don't really have anything to sing." And then it's like we go, and then we sing a song. They're like, "No, it's too like sing something we know." It's like, "Fuck you."
Make up your mind.
Beggars
Yeah,
can't be
and there
choosers.
was those ladies there. It's like one of
Oh
their
my-
birthdays, and they sang like 4 songs in a row.
Oh, and they were awful too.
And they were all really loud, and like halfway through, like one of them was like, "Man, like my voice is gone. Like I can't even sing." And continued to sing. It's like, you should probably stop.
No, then she went. No, she made me sing Despacito.
They picked Despacito. You know that song?
Yeah.
Panamano Despacito. But they knew none of the lyrics. They're just like bumbling their way.
It was
Until Despacito!
Despacito!
It was pretty funny. That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
No, they didn't understand karaoke etiquette at all.
No, absolutely not.
At all.
At all.
Fuck, man. It got me pissed. I was pissed off.
Yeah. But that was a fun trip. We went out, we went whale watching and actually saw whales.
Yeah.
Because usually people go out and don't see shit, but fucking...
Dude, I have a story for you after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the story.
Oh, it is?
I mean,
Well,
there some stuff happened, but not really.
Yeah, no, we were out there. We were going to turn in, and then it's like, oh, I see whales, and we saw whales. And
What did you see?
humpbacks.
We saw one breach out of the water, like, 50 feet from our boat?
A ton. It happened
It was
a bunch
real
of times.
close.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Because
Yeah,
there's no regulations in Mexico
Yeah.
about that shit, so you can get super close.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Whereas in like fucking the States, it's like
Yeah.
whale watching's not that fun because
No,
you have to
I
be
had
super far away.
I had an insane experience with whale watching.
Oh,
Where
really?
there were like 5 whales, and they were like all like breaching and fucking. They were like showing off. Like I'm talking, we were like so
Flexing on
fucking close, and they're just like. It was fucking like I was almost crying. Like
It's so beautiful.
no, honest to God, when you see that, it's like
No, it was awesome.
it you know like,
Awesome in, like, the original sense.
Yeah,
of it.
exactly. Like awe-inspiring.
Exactly.
Like these animals are fucking gigantic
Oh, yeah.
and just like, God, I'm actually like, it's fucking God. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Just and like I said, there were like 5 of them, and at one point, one of them like rushed our boat, and everyone on the boat's like, ah, like, what the fuck? And then it just like went under, and we could kind of feel like, ooh, we're like, oh fuck, we're gonna die.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay, time to go back.
Almost as scary as when I went to the park and got
Oh, yeah. I
I
think I
got
know.
rushed by the king squirrel.
Okay, tell that story real quick.
So I used to live downtown San Jose.
Oh my god.
And down the street there was this park.
It's cursed. That part.
But you guys were trying to find a place to smoke, right?
No.
Oh.
No,
this
this
was because this was while I was living in San Jose. That's why
Oh, really?
I was in a sober living
Oh,
environment.
No, we were literally just trying to find a place to chill.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, and we come across this park and we're like, oh, okay, this looks all right. There were like a lot of homeless people there, but we're like,
Well,
whatever,
they're all
this is-
sleeping though, so you know whatever.
We noticed as we walk in, like, you know, there are a lot more than homeless people. Squirrels. There were actually so many squirrels, like you wouldn't believe.
And no, it's
And
like
the other weird thing.
it's like I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, like the animated movie Ice Age. And there's one scene where it's like they go into like the chasm, like they go.
It's the guy's name Scrat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrat.
No, they're walking through like I'm pretty sure this is in the first Ice Age, maybe the second. I think it's in the first one, but they're walking
Can we
through.
watch Ice Age after this?
Dude, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
It is a pretty good
Ice
movie.
Age is good.
Anyway, they're walking through like this like canyon. It's like a classic canyon scene in the movie. Like you see like one. What are you laughing at?
Because I remember that one of my coworkers looks like Sid the Sloth.
Dude, everyone has a man in their life
It's
who looks like
Colby.
Sid the Sloth. Oh. No.
He talks like him too.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take my.
Oh
We're on
my
like 3 different segues. Alright, what were you saying?
Well, this is like goes back to like Western films where like the cowboys would be walking through like a canyon, and then you'd see like one Native American, and then the farther they go down, they see like more.
Yeah.
And I guess that was enough of an analogy. But we were like walking in the park, and we see a few squirrels, and
Yeah.
and then like I'm imagining like a camera like looking at us, and then like a squirrel popping up. Like it's like a very cinematic. And as we get further, even deeper in the park, we're like,
There are
Oh,
so
shit.
many
He's starting to
squirrels.
take
oh
notice.
shit!
No, but the
oh
other thing
my
about
god!
the squirrels
Oh my god!
is that they, like, you know how squirrels have bushy tails?
Yeah.
These ones did not. They were like all like, they were like they were like diseased. They looked like rats. They're like climbing trees and shit. It's fucking so scary.
Dude,
We get
squirrels are climbing trees. That's insane.
no, but without the bushy tails.
It's like rats climbing trees.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, rats have nests in trees, which
Oh, really?
is so scary.
I'd
yeah,
never heard
they
of that.
do. Yeah, because we
They
had a
can also
rat's nest
fly.
in a tree by my parents' house.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I just had a memory.
Rat's nest in a tree sounds like an old Scottish like breakfast.
Rat's nest in a tree. Okay, lagger.
What happened? The rat's nest in a tree. It's your favorite.
Alright.
That was like.
It was a lot.
No, that was not the right accent. That was like fucking a Kiwi accent. It was the guy in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah.
Rat's
Gonna go kill some rats.
Wanna go into this ginormous spaceship? Wanna come?
Wanna come? That's the director.
I know.
I had no idea until afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, we're
so
getting
anyway,
off topic.
we get to the playground, which was deserted of children. Yet the only people here were not people; they were squirrels and terrifying diseased ones at that. The other thing is that these squirrels were not afraid of people. Usually squirrels are like
taken over.
No, this was the squirrels park. This was not a park for people. Usually you get close to a squirrel and it fucking like darts away. Yeah. Like I remember like I did a project in Digiphoto and like a digital photography class in high school. Yeah. And like I was trying to get pictures of squirrels. They were like super far away because they like couldn't get good pictures because they fucking run away. But these ones didn't.
No, you went to this park to do the project. The squirrel's like in front of the camera jumping at you. Action shots.
Yeah, exactly.
Squirrel bait.
But fucking so we're sitting at this bench and like the squirrels just like there's so many of them. They clearly live under the play park because like you can see the like swarms of them fucking like coming out.
No, it's on. Jack is actually not elaborating. Like,
no, there was a swarm of squirrels.
Like we were trying hard to not pay attention to the squirrels and but then it's just like okay, can we talk about
can we talk about the squirrels?
Like, can we talk about? Are you seeing the squirrels? It's like, dude, yes, they've been following us. It feels like
honestly, and like you'd have to like shoo them away.
Yeah, no, they get because we were eating chips.
Yeah, we were eating chips. Yeah. Lay's tikka masala chips. I remember very well because they sounded amazing and were not very good. But they wanted chips, and then fucking the most terrifying thing I've seen in my life. There was this gigantic squirrel, like 2 times the size of a regular squirrel, again with a barren tail, and he fucking charged us. He like ran at us. We had to fucking leave.
That was his turf, dude.
Trundling towards us.
He was top squirrel.
Yeah, dude. He was
the alpha.
Scary.
He met the alpha squirrel.
He actually fucking bull rushed us. We had to like move out of the way. But no, and when I say we had to shoo them away, I don't mean like with our hands. Like I had to like kick at them. I didn't actually kick a squirrel, mind you. Like they were really
just to say that you have. I've kicked a squirrel.
Yeah, I've kicked a fucking squirrel. Have you not, dude? You fucking pussy.
That's what summer's all about, man.
When we were talking,
go out there, squish the worms, kick the squirrels.
When we were talking about rats, I have this childhood memory, this terrible memory. There was this rat. Because I used to have a cat named Tiger, and he would like bring all sorts of fucking dead animals in the house. One time we saw him out back.
Lions, deer.
One time there's a couple crazy things. So one time he just murdered a crow on the lawn, and their feathers just everywhere. Anyway, like one time we were at the dinner table, and oh fuck off!
Go on,
you're a scumbag, Jack, and I love it.
So when we were sitting there, you could see out the back window. Are you done?
I'm still laughing.
Why? Nothing was said.
The dinner.
At the dinner table.
Come on.
Can I thank you? We were sitting there at the dinner table. And we could see out the window, and we could see our cat running in with a jackrabbit in its mouth.
Holy
like
shit.
A full, like not a little cute bunny, like a wild animal, just like bouncing along. And we're like, oh shit! And we ran out back to get it, and he darted under the deck, and we never saw it again. We couldn't get under the deck.
The cat?
The rabbit.
I know.
I assume he just left it there, just to rot. This one time, this isn't very interesting, but as a kid, it was like a magical moment.
What are you telling us?
It's like a magical moment as a kid, because like we walked outside and the cat had a butterfly in its mouth.
Oh my god!
And my brother was like, "Tiger, no!" And he goes, and he let go of it, and it flew away.
Oh, that's beautiful!
And I was like, "Oh god, so beautiful! Life is so precious." Okay, now to tell the opposite side of that story.
The butterfly was eating your cat.
The moth had carried my cat off.
Mothra.
No, so there's like
fucking moths,
my cat.
Moths, yeah.
I know, that's why I said it.
Fuck those moths.
So my cat would always get like mouses in the houses. You know, why's that so funny? Mice in the house. And so one time we saw him just toying with one that was still alive. He hadn't
Yeah.
like wounded it or anything. So I don't know if I managed to pick it up or what I did. But as a kid, I like got it away from him, and I like went outside and I like put it on the porch. And I was like, "You're free, buddy!" And he fucking ran out, took 2 steps, and a fucking falcon swooped it off the ground and threw it into a nest. I actually think I cried. It was so distressing.
It's like the classic, like
That's like a joke. What's that from?
Sunny.
It's like a classic, like when the roof
Releases
is.
the rabbit and then
That literally happened, and it was like its nest was right. It was in the tree in our yard, so it just flew right up to the nest.
That's
like,
so fucking funny.
like rip,
Like, I've saved your life.
rip mouse. Yeah. I swear to God, the stock like bird sound effect, like caw, carried it away. It's like, well, all right.
It's like
Rest in peace, mouse.
It's like in the SpongeBob movie when the fucking like giant like rockfish jumps off the cliff, gets eaten by the bigger thing, and then the even bigger eel
Yeah.
eats that thing, and there's like the Patrick meme face.
Yeah. Where the fuck did we start? Oh, vacation stories. How the fuck did we get all the way here? Yeah.
Oh, there was another story from that squirrel park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh God. You
Where
remember this better than I think I was traumatized. I think I tried to
I
block
think this was
these
actually a
memories out.
different time I went there. I'm pretty sure I was alone this time.
Why would you do that?
He came back.
See the squirrels! Like, it's kind of scary, but at the same time, I don't know, it's like a morbid
It's
curiosity.
like a haunted house.
Well, yeah,
it's like a car crash. You can't look away.
Yeah, exactly. But I see this little kid rollerblade into the park. He's kind of like rollerblading around.
This was when we went.
This is when we went, yes.
Dude!
So there were also a bunch of pigeons at the park, right? As there are.
Oh my
This kid rollerblades over the pigeon, picks it up, and rollerblades out with it. He took the pigeon with him. What the fuck? What is this place? I felt like I was in a fucking Twilight Zone.
Dude, no,
Honestly,
yeah.
he took the pigeon with him.
I
That was alive.
No.
He just. Whoop.
he just picks it up and bladed away with it. We're like,
Later, nerds. Runs off his pigeon.
It's like,
Claimed his trophy.
where are your parents?
Where are you taking it?
exactly.
At home to eat it?
That's what I thought.
No, yeah,
bizarre.
that's when we're like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
It's the wrong part of town.
This is fucked
They ate
up.
pigeons for breakfast here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I never look back. Oh God.
I never looked back.
I can't believe I
Funnily
forgot.
enough, did you know that when I was living there, that neighborhood is actually called Little Hanoi? It's like the Vietnamese neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Did not know that.
I think it was a little Mexican kid who grabbed the pigeon.
No, I think he was Asian.
Oh.
It.
Shut the fuck up.
He said it!
No, I
He
didn't.
said, I think it was Asian. Whatever. Moving on. So yeah, but do you guys have any...
Dude, it was...
What?
It's not human.
Clearly, no human.
This is
can
what
do
we eat, right? Pigeons, yes, we eat birds.
And also, were the pigeons
Slavic.
were the pigeons so sick that they just let that happen? Like,
Exactly.
It just gave up on
No,
that.
he'd already been bitten by a squirrel that day. He didn't have the strength
Rabbit.
in him.
dude,
The
it was,
pigeons
it was fucked. It was really fucked
It
up.
was honestly like, yeah.
Did you guys
And
have
I've like
any,
read Yelp reviews about that park, which is like a 1-star rating, by the way.
Yeah.
None of them were about this, because I was looking, it's like,
No.
other people know about the squirrels here, but they're always like, no, like, the kids, because there's a skate park as well, they're like, the kids at the skate park are really angry and, like, mean. It's like, holy shit, this is just a cursed place.
It's like,
Hollowed
do you
ground.
remember? Do you remember the
No,
episode?
unhollowed.
Do you remember the episode of Flapjack, like the West?
Wes.
That's what it reminds me of. Just like
That's
shit's
like, oh,
fucked up.
fuck.
It's like there must be some like scary shit at the end of this park, and the
Yeah.
park's trying to get us to like
Yeah.
the park's alive.
It's
It's
warning
like
you.
the swamp.
Dude, wait,
from
Monster
Avatar.
House. Do you ever watch Monster
like-
House?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like that. Like there's some treasure in deep
I
in the
love
park.
National Lampoon.
It's an Animal House.
Yeah.
Adam West. Adam West. He died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah,
Rest in peace.
And he wasn't even a fucking mentioned at the Oscars.
Are you serious?
He died
No.
last year and he wasn't mentioned.
Nope.
Fuck him. Wait, didn't he die like the day before they did it, or was that a different?
No, that was a different person. No, he would have been mentioned. He died last year. He would have been mentioned this year,
Right.
but he wasn't.
I was
Fuck the Oscars.
gonna say, did you guys have any stories from when you guys went to Mexico together?
We
Remember, we had, like,
bought
we-
muscle relaxant.
We
From-
being
from-
you.
He did.
Yeah,
I just didn't stop him.
Yeah. Well, you also took them later that day.
Yeah, peer pressure. Yeah.
Because there are some prescription drugs that are not over the counter in the U.S. that are in Mexico.
Yeah.
One of them, a lot of them are like not abusable.
Yeah.
But one of them is Crisperdal. There's the name.
Crisperdal.
Nice.
No.
Also got Soma is like the brand name.
Soma.
But it's like a muscle relaxant, and it's not really like a very enjoyable drug on its own. But
it wasn't.
It just makes you really sleepy.
But makes you really like. It's like what you imagine it would be like to be stoned if you've never been stoned before. Just like.
It's like in that anti-drug PSA with the melted person on the couch. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But it like potentiates other downers. So like if you drink on it, or if you like,
you tell like a really sad story. I think about your ex-girlfriend. Like, oh, this is especially sad. Oh, nice.
We've already covered that ground. We already covered that ground. The mariachi band.
Yeah.
Man,
that's a real downer.
Jinx. That's a high five, Jinx. Oh. Oof. Minecraft.
Oof, ouch, my bones.
Minecraft.
Bone hurting juice.
What did you just say?
Bone hurting juice.
Oh, I think you said boner juice.
Did you hear that?
I heard that. I heard that.
That sounded like a fucking Sasquatch.
I thought that was a siren.
Okay.
It might actually be coyotes though, because they.
No, that is you. Yeah, I hear coyotes.
I've been hearing
all
a
the
ton
time.
of coyotes up here.
That was spooky. I just heard that.
Coyote ugly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good reference.
I was in the middle of a story there. I feel like. Oh yeah, we bought those. The other one is tramadol.
Traumatized by tramadol.
Or tramadol, I don't know, but it's an opiate. But I'd just like to PSA to the one person listening. Tramadol is like really like don't do tramadol. Like it's a really shitty opiate and it does not get you that high. And to get high in it, you need to take a ton. And it's known for giving people seizures. It's just really dangerous.
Jesus Christ!
Don't abuse tramadol. Please.
Did you take tramadol? I don't remember that.
No, I didn't. I'm just saying that's the other like abusable prescription drug that's because I didn't take it because I knew it's super dangerous and it was also way more expensive than Soma because I did ask for the price. But yeah, no, we took Crisperdal and sort of hung out in the hot tub, and Jaden told me that he was concerned about my drug use, and I
As
blew it
you were
off.
both on muscle relaxants. Dude, I'm really concerned. Yeah.
Nick Minot. I left my drug with all outside of the dairy. Nick Minot.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, I just remember I remember like raiding the fridge and eating some ceviche from lunch. And then just like taking the whole bowl and like eating in my bed and being like, oh, why am I like this? And then falling asleep and then wake up the next morning like, wow, that was not nice.
Yeah, I don't remember any other interesting stories.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let's move on.
I forgive you.
Damn, Squirrel Park died.
Squirrel Park.
Some fucking repressed ass shit.
Jurassic Park. Repressed.
Squirrelassic Park.
Yeah. Place was squirrely.
Santa.
Hey, that's mine.
That's yours? What about him?
Okay, so there's a couple things to this. Well, I was talking to somebody about it. It's like
You were touched by him as a kid, weren't you?
I was not. I was touched emotionally. He was very powerful.
Can I have some Starburst,
Yeah.
please?
I was
Sponsored by Starburst.
I was asked by
It's
someone.
a juicy treat. For those wondering.
For Starburst. This section is brought to you by Starburst, by the way. Jack, do you want a Starburst?
I love. I don't know. Fucking
He didn't even try.
Starburst, man.
Can I have another one?
Would you like another Starburst?
I'd love another Starburst, bro.
Can we get another take, please?
We get another
fucked up
Soma
his
over
line.
here for Jack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Starbust.
Other Soma in these stores.
Okay, I was talking to someone and they asked. They asked if. Have we moved on?
Oh, Steven hates jokes.
You heard it
I'm being interrupted every time.
You heard it here.
Maybe you have
first,
less
folks.
interesting things to say than us.
No.
No, Steven, don't get salty.
I was getting up and leaving. That was a joke. Somebody asked me if I plan on telling my kids about Santa Claus. And
Oh yeah,
that
that's
whole
an
thing.
interesting question.
What do you guys think? Well, first of all, do you
course.
plan on having kids?
Yeah.
Fucking many years.
Because you seem the least enthusiastic about
No,
it.
I have no desire to have kids. None.
So you desire to get married.
I don't even know about that.
Okay.
Really?
So you're less sure about getting married than you are having kids.
No, I'm more sure about getting married.
Okay.
But even that you're not very sure of.
Okay. So if you did, you see it far down the road, not in the near future.
Like mid-30s.
Okay. I feel like if I met like the right person, I could get married very soon. I don't have any reservations about it.
Neither do I.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think...
I wouldn't want to have kids soon.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I would want to get married, but I wouldn't want to have kids until like at least a year or something into the relationship. If not more.
Well, certainly that. And I don't know if I'd want to have kids, honestly, until I was like really settled in financially.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't get married until I was...
I have some friends who are...
Yeah.
I have some friends who are married that are like... the guy's 25,
Mm-hmm.
and they still live at one of their parents' places.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice-ass place, though, so they live in Los Angeles, so I also don't blame them.
Yeah. But yeah, do you plan on... What do you plan on doing about Santa Claus? That conundrum.
Tell them.
So, like,
Why not?
the whole spiel of
Yeah.
Santa Claus left presents.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's so fucking...
It was fun as a kid.
I have a nephew. So I have a nephew. I have a 3-year-old nephew. And so right now, this past Christmas was the first Christmas that he could kind of comprehend Santa Claus. And it was just the best.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Santa Claus is
Because he was
cool.
so excited. He was so excited.
Yeah,
And
I think I would tell my kids that there is a Santa Claus.
Oh, of course I'll tell him.
Dude, I got to live off Santa Claus presents for so long.
Yeah.
Because my brothers, they didn't get told for a while.
Oh, so you're like...
So I still got to harvest presents.
You were
from
telling
Santa
your
Claus.
parents, it's like, hey, you better... It was like a bribe, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta pay off your debts.
My parents would like go like far, like whatever the term is,
Above and beyond.
above and beyond, where like they left like if we'd bake cookies the night before and then we'd wake up and there'd be bites out of
Like
it and
beard
stuff.
hair.
Yeah,
And, like
exactly,
carrots
yeah.
for the reindeer.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
do
very
that shit
cute.
too.
So
There's
that's
beard
stuff
hair
I
in the
like.
cookies.
No,
They
with
shave
tweezers for
shaved
beard
beards
hairs.
in the cookies.
Oh, looks like
Santa's black beard. What?
glares at husband.
Santa's trying to be trendy. he's going.
No, and
he's
there
going
was
black.
presents from my parents, and then
Santa's black.
No.
what's wrong with the black Santa, dude?
Why can't Santa be black?
Yeah, you seem to have something wrong with that. It's 2018, dude.
Okay, wait, can we segue for a second? Did you know,
What?
you know the Pied Piper?
Yeah.
You know his name was Jack Black.
Wait, what's the
What?
Pied Piper?
You know the story of the Pied Piper, right?
Kind of.
So this was
I
like
know it's like an old.
no, it's
folklore.
actually based on a true story. Like the
About Jack Black.
most fictional.
Is that the
part
one where he has the little thing and
Yeah,
he's
where he
leading
plays the
animals
flute and he
in?
leads the rats out of London,
Right.
or whatever. Or it's not London; it's a town in Europe,
Okay.
which is basically kind of based off sort of a true story. But the
Right.
guy that was based off his name was Jack Black, which I thought that was
That's
funny.
pretty funny.
Is it after the black?
I don't know. I'm imagining like that's fucking Andy Bernard.
Yeah, there we
Where
go.
are you going?
I'm gonna go take a pee-pee.
Oh god, I smell your feet when you walk by right there.
For sake!
Jaden has such a sensitive ass nose.
Jane is so
Sensitive
mean.
nose for a sensitive guy.
I'm a sensitive man,
There's no way you could smell his feet from there.
dude. Do you think I wanted to? Why would I make that shit up?
I
Dude, I can actually smell it right now.
I don't think that's him if he's left the room.
Dude, I know. I know
You
what
can
they
tell.
smell like. Yes, it smells like fucking garbo.
Anytime Jack sits on the bed with his feet close to Jaden makes him move. He makes him so upset. I understand why, but it's also really funny from a third-person perspective.
I wish I could be that third party, believe me.
Yeah, I forget what you were talking about. The Pied Piper, Black Santa. What? I'm trying to retrace
Pied
my
Piper,
steps here.
Black Santa. Metal Gear.
Gear. Psycho Mantis.
Revolver awesome. You're that.
I don't know why I have reservations about the Santa thing. It just feels weird. I feel like I don't have the energy to make up such a facade.
You don't have to make anything of that. It's already there for you.
Like what? What do you mean?
The story is inherently made so that it's easy. You don't have to like do much.
I know it's stupid, but I feel weird just lying about it.
I don't know. Everyone does. It's a lie that everyone does.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because kids, don't give a shit because they don't know any better. But
Well, and
still.
also did you feel betrayed when your parents eventually told you?
No,
that
no,
Santa-
not at all.
No, I mean, because by the time your parents tell you, you've already kind of figured it out.
You can
Exactly, but
Even when you're a kid, I didn't 100%
No.
believe. I was just like, oh, something's going on here.
I believed
Ooh,
as a kid.
this guy's kind of squished by my butt.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Fell down the Mariana Trench.
Oh!
Minecraft. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know if I will or not. We'll see.
Huh?
I mean, of course I'll celebrate
I mean,
Christmas.
you are a bad parent if you don't.
Yeah, true.
So
They were just gonna
That
say,
one day
you are
a
a
year.
bad parent.
Stephen, bad parent.
I don't know.
You'd be a good dad.
I can't honestly wait to be a dad. It sounds weird, but I fucking love kids.
Gay shit.
That's the opposite of gay.
Well, you got me there.
Wow.
No,
you can't be gay and be a father?
Steven just hates the
I
liberal
don't know how to
agenda,
respond to that. I don't know. Actually,
Steven just hates
You got
women.
me. Can we not do this? I do not hate women.
I do not.
I did not hate the women.
I love women more than any other person.
Women are the best.
That was he gave a speech like that on Women's Day last year.
Really?
Yes,
I was like, I respect women more than anybody else respects women.
Yes, he's
Number
like, believe me, nobody respects women more than I do.
Number one women respected.
Oh my god, I'm so glad we didn't get another one of those this year. Another
one.
one.
I don't remember what we were talking about.
Santa.
I know. What?
Oh
yeah, because I used to. Okay. What are you doing?
It's the SpongeBob Santa.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Well, it had to happen.
It had to happen.
It's basically just
Move on.
I used to work at a daycare when I lived in Portland. That was like the best job I ever had. It was also very stressful because screaming children.
many lives in your hands.
But I'm not trying to brag, but I was fucking like good at it. Like there was like, if there was a kid who was just like bawling. Why do we have to do this every time?
Because
Jaden made a sexual gesture. Kids, this is the problem. You can't talk about like working with kids if you're a guy. It just sounds creepy.
Well,
no matter what.
I don't know, especially with your history. But we won't go into that here.
Don't do this to me. That's not true. And like,
no, there's no.
There's no history. That was a joke entirely. Future employers listening right now.
I'm fucked.
They've already turned it off.
They've already
Let's just start talking about
There's
Soma.
no But like
Steven did not do
it got to the point where like the first time I think I might have told you about this. There's this chunk of a kid. He was under a year old. He's not old, but he was like ginormous. Just had rolls, and his name was Micah. And
I'm imagining him just being fucking like 6 feet
no,
tall.
but like he was one of those babies that like
Gigantic.
he had like a deep voice. Like, his cry wasn't like Wah! He was like Wah! It's like disturbing. And his mom was like this
down-tuned kid.
And his mom was like this thin, like pretty lady, and this just beast.
Married to
child.
Israel Kamakamiki, famous Hawaiian.
But like my first day there, he was just like wailing. It was like his first day there too.
Sounded like it's a Tibetan throat singer.
It sounds like King
fucking
the Lizard Wizard.
As like.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's Vance, man. It's Vance.
As like a trial, they're like, all right, here you go. And they like handed it to me. Because he's just screaming at the top of his lungs. And then he stopped immediately as I held him.
Steven, the
master.
I was just like,
the kid whisperer.
No, like I said.
you whispered in his ear.
You gave him
I was like,
big chunk of chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You better
shut up.
Dude,
No, like,
I got you by the windpipe right now. No one even knows
The
you're
room-
so fat.
The room. The room was like divided into like. Why is that funny?
The way you said it was kind of funny.
No, I'm imagining that, like, as you picked up this kid, like, it fucking opened, like, the Red Sea.
The room was very divided on my stand.
Yeah. They're like, I think you should be holding him one way. Well, I think you should be holding him another way. I agree with him.
I disagree.
Yeah, exactly.
From my perspective, that's not correct. But, like, the room was divided by age, so the younger kids were on one side and the other kids were on this side. And like it'd be because you had to pick a side which kids you were working on. You can't sit on both sides.
Steven Radabau's Civil War.
No, like I'd be on one
Which
side.
side was Spider-Man on?
What?
Yeah, which side was Spider-Man on? That's like
Captain America's side.
Yeah.
No, he was on Iron Man's side.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the kids.
But what I'm trying to, it was like I'd be on one side and they're.
Fucker. Just answer the question if you want to keep talking.
What's the question?
Okay,
Which
the
side was Spider-Man
the
on?
story's canceled. I canceled the story.
No,
it's not even a good
going.
joke.
No, I'm sorry.
Anyway, it's not even worth it after all this build up. I'd be on one side and the kids would be like against the bars, like upset that I couldn't come over.
Bars? Are they in cages?
Basically, it's like a fucking gate.
Was that a Planet of the Apes joke? Or like a really
Oh no.
No!
That's getting edited out.
No,
That's not
no.
making it in. Can we beep that whole segment? Can we find a way to bleep that?
Sorry, boys and
That's
girls
all I
at
have
home.
to say. That's all I have
Listening
to
to this with your parents.
That's actually cannot go in the podcast.
Jaden cares more about the precious minute that it'll take to actually edit this thing than he does about that joke.
Anyway, that's all I had to say. I just missed that job. It was a lot of fun. It's like weird to talk about because like I don't know. You make a bond with them and it's weird because they're like little kids.
Bail bond.
But they're not yours. Good joke. Fucking word association. Fucking yeah. So I missed them. Now, this is what we have now. We have silence. This is the silent part of the show.
That's just it. Silencio.
Alright, moving on. Topic time.
Now we gotta keep it on.
Mine are all left.
You know the Bionicles song?
There's a song?
No, but it's not. It's whatever. It was played during the Bionicles commercials, but it's not. It's from.
Wait. Wasn't there a?
There's a Bionicles movie.
What song are you talking about?
I don't know the name of it. I was just singing it though.
I thought wasn't there a Slipknot
It's like
song?
new metal. Slipknot. I don't know about that.
No, that's not new metal.
Wait, Move Along?
Move Along?
Was that what the song? The All American Rejects?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move along.
That's not new metal.
No, I think we're thinking of a different song.
You're
That's what
thinking of
you're
different
singing.
songs.
Yeah.
That is what you're singing, though.
Alright, what's your topic?
Inspirational music.
Oh yeah, so this one actually has a little nugget attached to it. So
A little nugget.
do you guys know about Uncle Adams?
No.
Yeah.
You do?
What is that?
He's this rapper who he's especially known because he has there's kind of like a feud almost with Anthony Fantano.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The internet's busiest music nerd.
There you go. Shout out to him.
This episode's sponsored by Anthony Fantano.
Then
Round
we'll
of
drop.
He'll
applause.
be on the show next week. Or 2 weeks.
Melon applause. Please.
Yeah. Melon
But, So yeah, and he I don't know, he makes inspirational, I'm doing air quotes,
yeah,
hip hop, and I don't know, I just feel honestly it's not exactly inspirational music, it's more like people who try and they dumb down genres. They're making kid friendly metal or real this is inspirational hip hop.
What
it's
is
I
that
talk
how
about
he
depression
describes
and
it?
anxiety.
It's like Macklemore, inspirational. You know what I mean, Macklemore, where he's just these are problems in America, and it's just super ham-fisted.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he has a song about climate change.
That's what I mean.
Well, I'm not a huge Macklemore fan, but he's a lot worse than Macklemore.
Yeah.
And God, there's this one song of his called "Original," and it's just
Is that a cover?
No, of what?
Because it's called
Because original. No, it's God, it's something else. And Anthony Fantano did a reaction video to it, which was 20 minutes long, where he just roasts this guy Uncle Adams. And then Uncle Adams is like fuck you, the needle dick.
That's pretty good.
And
He got you there.
But the thing is that this Uncle Adam guy is $200,000 in debt because he has quit his job and he spends so much money on recording his music and doing music videos and stuff. And Anthony Fantano's basically talked about no, exactly. He's where's the line between sticking to your dreams and just being delusional? Because at this point, dude, you're really in debt. No matter you're fucked.
Yeah.
This clearly isn't working.
Yeah.
The way I see it, it's as long the smart thing obviously would be the debt will always be more important than dreams, and if you can try to figure out those two things simultaneously, then go for it. But debt should come first, and then if the dream's still there, then go after the dream. I think that's the right thing to do. But to be no, the dream, it's to think that the dream's gonna disappear.
You can do both.
Yeah, you can do both, and then to say oh, the dream, it's just that's delusional.
But yeah, he's
I just
terrible.
got a match on Tinder.
Wow!
Historic
Woo! First time in a month, Steven gets a match.
I got
First
rid of
time
it.
in a longer
You got
time
rid of
than that.
Tinder.
I did.
I don't know why I still have it.
Because of your person that you're not dating?
Yes.
How's that going, by the way?
It's going well.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about it.
Alright.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going well.
Jesus.
She ugly?
No, she's pretty.
But
Pretty
Steve
ugly.
won't make it.
Who knows? Who knows? Find out next time. I'll update
Talk about how Steven's sad. He said hi and she unmatched
That's
him.
what happens typically.
You can't ever start with hi though.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I've resigned to just that happening. But
you can't give up.
Why not?
If you're gonna do it, you may as well do it right, or at least slightly right.
It's true.
I don't.
Either do it right or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't really care that much about Tinder anyway. What were you saying? Guy in debt. We're talking about the debt thing.
No, I mean that's pretty much it.
We're talking about the glass ceiling.
What was but what about inspirational music? Is there too?
Well, no, that's kind of just what I meant. Like people who just kind of like, I don't know, they just try and turn music into something that it's not.
This is not even about music. Just people who like try to make themselves out to be like an inspiration. It's like, if you have dreams, you can go out and do it. It's like I did it, so you can too. Yeah. There was someone I went to school with last year who right now he dropped out of school, and he's going. He is definitely no way in fucking hell listening to this.
Yeah,
but he dropped out of school and he's like traveling the world
in the mountains of Tibet, listening to the Come On In podcast.
But he posts.
What the fuck?
But he posts like tons of videos on Snapchat and like Facebook, and he's like,
you gotta work for it if you want.
No, and he posts like all these things of like he posted this video like yesterday about like this like Will Smith like inspirational video.
I saw that.
Like, oh my god, it's like, dude, like you're so far up your own ass. Yeah. It's just like
that's what I feel like it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's one thing to like give someone advice, but to like I don't know.
To pretend that to delude yourself into thinking that people actually care.
Yeah.
Is absurd.
Yeah.
No, I was watching
idea of that.
Doing shit like that would just make me feel immensely guilty.
Yeah. It just feels conceited.
It does feel conceited. Like even when I go
it's like preaching basically.
I find myself when I go on vacations a lot of time like feeling guilty. Do you ever like I'm like, man, like I'm like this is I'm like really lucky.
No, absolutely. I felt the exact way when we went on vacation because it's like a nice place. Like I told you, I'd never been so pampered in my whole life. Like, we got massages and like the works and I just like was trying to be as thankful as possible. I feel like you can never be thankful enough for that kind of thing. That's why it sucks. But yeah, I was gonna say like it ties into like especially with music, inspirational music.
Yeah,
it's like if the point of your music
is to inspire,
it's like I think you're doing it wrong. The purpose should to be convey feeling, not to. I don't know. It's like my problem with Christian rock as a genre and why it like generally sucks is because I was thinking about this today. It's like the lyrics, it's just like cut and paste appraisal. You know what I mean? It's like even the metaphors are all just played out. It's just like there's no feeling behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Despite it priding itself on that.
So you're saying you hate God?
I do. I don't hate God. It's not true.
God, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that one.
Halo God.
God gets sarcasm. He gets irony. He created it. It's fine.
That's true. He did.
You got me there. God's like, well, got me there.
It's right there in the Old Testament. Irony is sick. Whoa, missed that passage.
Thou shalt not be a smart
Stephen
ass.
24, verse 10. Irony is sick.
We should write a verse. We should write a chapter of the Bible.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Thou shalt not listen to noise music on a Sunday.
We should read. That'd be funny. It'd be real. That's like a funny like National Lampoon thing to do. It's like read
like blasphemous.
No, that's why it's
blasphemous.
No, that's why I'm because it's totally like it's hard to do something.
Cracked.com.
Well, it's hard to do something really, really, really controversial. It's hard to do something really controversial in this modern age of comedy.
No.
You can do a lot of things in the sake of comedy. Like you can get away with saying a lot of things, as long as you don't like really believe them. I don't know, like you know
not really. I do know what you're saying, but you're also not entirely right.
Well,
no matter what, if you make a controversial joke, you're gonna have at least some people jumping that.
But there's at least the things we've gotten down to now are like truly hateful and sinister things that people are very obviously rightfully offended by.
Yeah.
But with that, like. The only reason you will only offend the people who are really like Christian and like
right.
Yeah, who cares if we offend Christian people?
But
that's the thing though. See, there's not very many like there's not very many opportunities like that anymore. Whereas like back in like the 70s, that's when National Lampoon was first coming up. It's like they put a fucking like
I guess what
like
you're saying
cartoon
is that, like, it's been most
naked
of that shit's
person
been done.
Yeah, and then now it's not super controversial. Whereas
there's other things that are more controversial than Christianity now. But it's like, there has to be... But there has to be point behind it. I don't like controversy just for the sake of controversy. It's like that's why I feel like some Eric Andre is fantastic and some of it's just stupid. It's like some of it's like there's a difference
between absurdity and really just being like also random
just
XD.
being a dick to people.
Also
like I forget who said it, but like the best comedy, there's like a seed of truth to it at the middle. And so it's like, that's why it's so funny, is because it's like something, you're looking at it through a new perspective. Like Jerry Seinfeld was like, I mean, what's the deal with this? And it's like some observation, you're like, oh, that is true.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's why it's shitty comedy, it's just like, it's not truthful. There's nothing deeper to it.
It can go the other way as well, you know, this fucking, like, the new trend of, like, relatable comedy. It's like, who else fucking loves pizza? And you're like, I love pizza! It's great stuff!
Wait, what's the logic, the fucking logic line from that song?
What?
It's like, it's the fucking, like, meme. Damn it. I heard the song yesterday, and I always think it's funny whenever I hear it. It's, you know the Suicide Hotline song?
No.
I don't listen to Logic.
Look it up.
I don't listen to Logic.
Whatever. No, Steven is completely unreasonable.
I'm very illogical.
Jumps out the window.
Don't do that. Well, fuck you.
He's the anti-Vsauce.
Vsauce, Steven is.
Fuck you,
Don't
God.
tell me what to do.
Fuck you, God. I hate you. Vsauce.
Or
Vsauce 4.
Alright, can I pick a new topic?
No, wait, was it? No. This fucking, Logic was like, there's like a line, he's just like, who can relate? Woo! And you say the video we're done. And it's just part of, it's like, the hook. And you know, someone says something about the hook, and then this like singing, and then Logic's just like in the back, like, who can relate? Woo! It's just like, it's fucking funny.
One guy in the background.
Woo! It's the Ric Flair woo.
I do that.
It really
You
is.
heard him! Mock that up!
Woo!
Woo! Super compressed.
Alright, let's move on. Moving on, music.
Oh, there are only... Is that really? There's only 2 topics left.
Yeah.
Pick a topic.
Wait, really? Only 2 topics?
Wow,
I know, we've been talking for a while.
yeah.
How long have we been going?
An hour 40.
Oh, that's not bad.
Baby. It's a long part.
How close is your family?
Yeah, that was mine. Because we were talking about...
Oh, this is a serious...
like, not just shitting around, but actually talking about serious.
Okay.
Because I was curious how close, not just you are with your family, but your family is as a unit.
Oh.
Because some people I find, like, they just, like, never talk to their uncles or aunts or stuff, and I don't know. I guess now that I think about it, I don't either, but that's because one of my uncles lives in Scotland, and...
Alright.
I don't live close to most of my family.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I can definitely talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, what's actually kind of interesting, it's kind of, like, relevant right now, because this weekend, I
see the sadness in Steven's eyes right now. I don't know if that's intentional.
I'm on the brink of tears. I'm actually not.
my grandmother's in town, and...
Yeah, shout out to Jack's grandma.
She's the reason we're not at Jack's house right now.
Yeah.
She's in the room.
She wanted to be on the podcast, and we're just like, we gotta go. Sorry. Go, do it in the closet.
Really quiet podcast. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Oh shit, Jack's grandma's coming.
Podcast.
What?
Keep it down. Hitting with a broom on the broom on this.
I have a squirrel story too. You know?
Back in my day.
She's Scottish?
I had sex with Calvin Coolidge.
Wait. That's from Sunny.
Wait, that's Sunny?
That's from Sunny. It's like, I used to know Calvin Coolidge, you know.
You've
told me the Calvin Coolidge story like 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it, I know.
I remember that.
I used to know Calvin Coolidge.
Alright, what were we in sex?
He didn't say that, but... No, she's just like, I knew... No, you're thinking of Community. I used to, like, when...
I had sex with Eartha
Kitt, yeah.
In an airplane bathroom.
But it changes every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came up organically. Anyway. So she's in town, and my cousin, I guess, like my mom's cousin, who's like technically my cousin, I think. I don't know how all that shit works. I think he's like a second cousin.
Fuck, dude.
But like his like nephew is in town as well, and like I have one of my aunts. Like everyone else in my family lives in Scotland or England, but one of my aunts lives in Cortamadera, which is up by Marin. Mm-hmm. And so like they're around, and so like we're all getting together on Sunday like while everyone's here,
Good
to do like a pseudo family reunion. It's not like an actual family reunion. It's like a couple people.
Yeah.
But it's like while they're here, while everyone's kind of in the same place. It's like, oh, why not do that? And like I had to really scramble to like get the day off for it.
Yeah.
But there was a period of time where I like didn't think I'd be able to, and honestly, I was like relieved.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I'll always stand by my family, and like, cause like they're my family. But like, a lot of them, I just like. It's not even that I don't get along with them. It's just that they're not very interesting, or like I don't just generally like. I don't like enjoy spending time with them more just because they're my family. I don't see any reason why I would.
Yeah.
I love my parents, and my parents and I luckily get along super well.
Yeah.
And like I really like them. Like I would like hang out with them as friends. Yeah. I like do. The only reason I go home is like because I do like seeing them.
Yeah.
Like if I didn't, I'd go home sometimes to like
be respectful.
Yeah, exactly, because
Right.
they want to see me because I'm a fucking hoot to hang out with. But
What a hoot!
But no, I go back and see them like at least once a week. But that's the thing, really, is
But
like
you also live like 10 minutes away.
I do, yeah. No, it's not like I'm flying across the country.
Right, right.
But
You coming swinging? Yeah, I bought my flight again. I have no money. Whatever.
Anything for you, son.
Anything for you, Dad.
Anything for you, son.
But I don't know. This is definitely an interesting subject because there are some of my family members who I do get along with well.
Yeah.
And like my dad's pretty close to his family. They all have like a WhatsApp. They have like a group chat.
Yeah, yeah.
They all talking.
Okay.
Lager.
Lager.
I
Lager.
don't know. Yeah, this is a very interesting.
There's a sheep in
And then when you go on to like a deeper level, I think the more interesting thing for me, and like kind of almost the sadder thing, because I don't know, like my brothers and I, we're just not that close.
Yeah, but there's a big age difference.
There is, but like I don't know.
But that's true because there's a big difference between me and my brothers, and I'm really close with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
I just don't feel like a huge connection with them.
Well,
because I just don't really feel like I could hang out with them. We don't have any common interests, and that sounds insane because they're like 12 and I'm 20.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like I try and like make small talk with them, like how's school, and they're like cool. It's like alright,
how's
like
Minecraft.
yeah, exactly.
Sick, dude.
Like, dude, once you start smoking weed, give me a call.
Dude, knowing the Lonergan
It's in their
tradition.
blood.
they've already-
Oh lord, no, actually, it's kind of like I really hope they don't, because one of my brothers especially, I could totally see becoming an addict just like me.
Jesus. That's
fucked
up.
That's why I don't have kids, man.
It's kind of scary. I mean,
See, that is a scary thing, because like especially
I
for
have-
me, like addiction is.
No, I have
you
fucked
know.
up genetics too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I have great genetics. Like, as you can
he
see.
gestured towards his face.
Yeah. But I've like, in terms of like anxiety and depression, like coming from both streams of the family, like
Yeah.
it's bad. It's really bad, and it's actually I'm thankful that I didn't turn out way more fucked than I am.
Yeah.
But that's just like God, like that's just like I just don't want to have my kids suffer.
Yeah, no, you're putting it out there.
And I talk to my mom about that a lot because she's like, it's just the worst having. Because my sister has
It's the worst having kids.
no, 'cause my mom has depression, anxiety. My sister's anxiety is really bad, and she's 31, and it's been really bad since like high school.
Yeah.
And so she's just like, yeah, it's just like the worst thing. So you know.
I mean, it's like I've talked to my dad. It's like he's been going through hard stuff. It's like he's been telling me it's like one of the worst things as a parent you can experience is watching your kids make the same mistakes you did. Like that's just like torture. Basically.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
We're doomed
Especially,
to
like,
repeat.
knowing your situation.
It's like
right
you're
now.
doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like what happened with my situation? My parents got divorced when I was 12, I think 12 or 13. I'm and then they both got Mount Umnum.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They both got remarried, and my dad has 4 boys. And I'm actually really close with all of them. They're all really sweet kids, and I'm really close with both step-parents, so it all worked out really well in that aspect. Yeah, I don't know. Within my families, they're not super close. Like, my mom's family in particular, like, I don't know what it is. The Platts, that's their last name, is Platt. And they're just like they're all like introverted and just like nobody visits and nobody leaves their house.
Is
like
your mom introverted?
No, but like I don't know. My mom's the most outgoing of them.
Oh.
she's the one who has to instigate like getting together, because the last time we all saw each other was my mom's dad, my grandpa's funeral. And that's like, we all saw each other and we had this, you know, it sounds bad, but we all had this great time at the funeral. Because, well,
holy fuck, thank God he's dead.
No, it's like we hadn't seen some of these people in a long time.
Dorothy killed the witch.
But like,
honestly though, like now, I didn't even go to my grandfather's funeral last year.
Really?
Because of a situation that is similar to that.
Really?
Oh fuck!
Not a great man. But you know, that's a whole different.
But yeah,
story.
so you don't see these people, you know, every couple of months. You see them way less, and like every time we all get together, because I have a bunch of cousins on my mom's side, and she, you know, she has 2 brothers, and so every time we get together, it's like, gosh, we should do this more often, and then you disperse and nobody ever talks again. It's like nobody instigates it, even though every time we see each other, we're like, man, like I wish we did more stuff like this.
Yeah, no, I do kind of get what you're. I have cousins who I feel like I could like get along really well with. We just don't talk really. I don't know. Family's a really weird thing because it's like friends that you're forced to make almost. It's like people that are just like inherently in your life.
You either luck out and they're cool or they're not.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I have a
lot
of
your family dynamics, like preceding you, really affects how your relationships develop with your extended family.
Yeah. And I have a lot of family too, because they remarried.
Yeah.
So, you know, my stepmom has grandparents that I see, and my stepdad has parents, and his whole side of the family, and my dad's parents got divorced, so there's a split there.
Jesus.
So there's a lot of them. I really get along with my uncle, which is too bad because I never see him because he lives in Scotland.
He's the Scottish guy. Yeah, you were telling me.
He married a Scottish woman. He moved back there with him. And I really wish you guys could meet him. He's hilarious. He's like the classic uncle. Like just like looking like huge and like just talks about squatting.
Testes dance uncle.
We call him Uncle Thunderlips. He's just fucking loud.
Whoa. No.
I don't remember where that term came from, but that's what he was doing.
Jaden and I do.
He was the one who came up with funny nicknames for me and my brother when we were kids.
Fucko and shit.
No, like I don't know where. I don't remember where these terms came from. Like I was Gungle Muffy.
It sounds like a slur.
No, and my brother
Gungle Muffy.
My brother was Meat Brains. As a kid, that was.
And then our other brother was Gay Dick.
That was like hilarious to me as a kid. Gungle Muffy. Yeah.
Still hilarious.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wish I could see him more.
Jaden, can we talk about your particular uncle that you referenced a little bit
Dude,
earlier?
I love. Oh god, he's such a fucking funny guy.
Steve?
He's like Dave.
Dave.
Steve is Ty's dad.
Oh yeah.
No, Dave is like, he's fucking funny. He's actually him and my They have like one of those marriages where if you're just together for 10 years, it's like you're technically married, but they never really got married. Him and my aunt.
Mm.
It's like one of those. I forget what it's called.
Statutory marriage.
No.
Wait, what was it?
Whatever. It's not important. But
Really?
he's just a incredibly smart dude. But he's the kind of smart dude who just is so out there. He's just like, dude, like.
You gotta talk about what you referenced earlier.
Well, I mean, there's so yeah. I'll talk about what I referenced specifically, but he's got so many funny like tales and theories just from over the years. What are you looking at?
No, I'm just looking around your room.
But no, he told me this one time like he's really into like meditation and just like he's really into alternative medicine in general. Just he thinks even if he doesn't believe it to be true, he thinks it's really interesting to study. And he was talking about this one thing he learned where it's a form of meditation. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but it's called the testes dance. No fucking joke. Okay. That's the actual term for it. And essentially what you do is, sorry ladies, but this is a guys only meditation.
Ladies.
As for reasons you might
understand.
You strip down completely naked from the waist down. So
you wear a t-shirt.
You can wear a t-shirt. Or you don't have to. But
Okay.
it's not important.
I'm just getting a mental.
Strip people down, taking notes.
Strip down until your testicles are out, genitals, and then you get you straddle like a stool would be probably the best thing, but like a chair or something or some surface where you can straddle it so that your testicles are above the surface, but you're still standing. Really. And apparently, if you focus really hard, you can.
You can't see the hand motion that Jaden's doing.
Moving his fingers up and down. I'm getting a nice visual.
You can retract your testicles each on their own, up and down, and then the goal is to touch the floor or whatever.
I'm a master of my own body.
No,
That's
exactly.
basically it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they basically just go up
That's
and down.
not a thing. Have you ever tried it? Can you do that?
No, dude.
How the fuck do you move a
So I'm
single
gonna go to the
testicle
other
at a
room.
It's
time?
intense meditation. He said it's really. He said he's not even been able to do it.
I didn't know that was physically possible.
No, well, I don't know. It's one of those things like people say it's physically possible, but if you can't, do it yourself, you never really know.
That's insane.
Yeah. So that's just been a big, huge joke. The testes dance.
The testes dance.
Oh my god.
Taoist testicular breathing.
Taoist, you swine.
No, it's Taoist.
Tao, I'm pretty sure it's.
No. Okay. Well, I'm not dyslexic specifically confusing T's and D's.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's how it's pronounced.
No. It's spelled with a D. They're two
they
totally
are?
different things.
Wait,
yeah.
what's Taoism?
I don't know.
Oh.
If the man has a sexual relationship with a woman...
No, it is. They're the same.
Really?
Yes.
It's pronounced Dao?
Yes.
It's Chinese.
I've always seen it written with a D.
Dao.
No.
Tao. Because it's like the Chinese.
Taoist.
Tao.
I have no. That's not racist. That actually means something in Chinese.
It means, it means, goodbye, my friends.
Say it again. What is it?
再见朋友.
再见朋友.
再见. Yeah.
Shouts to Kevin out there.
'Cause it's
my
like
only
that
Chinese friend.
Kevin. Oh, you're
My
Chinese
friend
friend Kevin.
Kevin.
I'm thinking like Kevin's black. He's not Chinese.
You're
no, that's my
his
friend
Kevin.
Kevin. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Jack, you very furrowed.
We had a
brow
very
right now.
serious topic, then we moved to not serious very fast.
Well, I'm reading about... There's like a very long, very in-depth article that I'm reading about testicular
Don't need to get
breathing.
into that.
Yeah, that's actually testicular breathing. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's move
Yeah.
on. What's the last one?
Well, I was just gonna say it's actually my dad's birthday today,
Oh,
and I called him, but he wasn't free. But me and my dad are really close.
I like your dad.
Yeah. I wish you lived here so you could.
Get your dad on the podcast.
I would.
That would be sick.
He's a fucking learned person, so.
Your dad's a chill dude.
Yeah.
Chill bros.
Cool dad has a
Last
chill day.
last
Last topic,
of the evening.
ringy ding ding. Best EPs.
Yeah. Or best episodes.
We almost got through a whole podcast without talking about music.
We talked about inspirational music.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We talked about the Beatles.
I actually
earlier.
really don't listen to EPs.
Oh, that's true.
I guess Static Airplane Jive.
Yeah.
Guided by Voices. Check it out if you probably haven't heard of it. Kind of.
Pretty obscure.
Pretty
Very
obscure.
cool. Very cool.
What are yours?
I don't know. I've been listening to a lot more EPs recently. There's this YouTuber called Sweet Baby Jesus.
I like him already.
Who he's awesome, honestly. Like anybody who's at all into like post-hardcore, like hardcore punk, like 90s emo stuff.
I have a story to tell you when you're done.
Okay, but like check him out because he basically what he does is he like compiles just all of these really rare like 7 inches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean he has like full lengths on there as well, but a lot of them are like 7 inches because that's what a lot of like kind of underground punk bands were releasing.
Right.
They'd release like splits or like 7 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And so he compiles all these things. So like I'll just fucking like go through his YouTube channel. And, like, even, like, some bands that, like, I know, but just this, like, obscure-ass early release of theirs. And it's just, like, it's a lot of awesome stuff.
Oh, cool.
I don't know, it's a really cool way of, like, finding new music I've found. Just, like, new music that I would not find otherwise, because these are, like, really rare records that he has, like, transcribed from the vinyl.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was listening to an EP on the way over here as well. Women by Women. And that's amazing. I don't think either of you guys. I asked Jaden earlier. I know he has.
Post-punk, right?
Honestly, Women is more. Have you ever listened to them?
I'm sure you played them for me before.
They're indie rock, really. Viet Cong.
I think Jaden just shot each other.
I have a reputation in this group for defining things as basically pop.
Yeah.
That are like.
There was like a metal song, and he's like, "Well, it's basically pop." It's like.
Well,
sounds like a washing machine. It's like,
well, that specific
like
band is called Jesu.
Yeah.
And the guy who is behind Jesu, Justin Broderick, I don't know, but he calls it his pop project.
Yeah.
Because of his other stuff is Godflesh,
Right.
which is not pop. But
I
anyway,
understand the idea behind it. It's just like cleaner, like more poppy progressions, just with the same production of.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly the same, but like I know that is exactly it. It's like the song structure is very poppy, but the production is like these huge.
Yeah. I got you.
No, honestly, that EP or like there are songs by women that I could totally see you being into because it's really not. Women became like two of the members left, and then it became the like modern post-punk band Viet Cong.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And then they became Preoccupations.
And then they became Preoccupations.
Wait, I didn't know women was.
Oh, right, because they changed their name.
Yeah, two of the members. The guitarist died, I think.
Oh,
really?
And then two of the other members went. And the guitarist was amazing. Oh. There's one song in particular, "Shaking Hand," off that their debut EP, "Women," that's self-titled. That is just like the guitar work on it is fucking like mind-blowingly good.
Yeah.
But no, they are really indie rock versus Viet Cong, who are more like post-punk, like revival almost.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, that's really good. I brought it up because like versus just like best records because I think like the EP in general is like kind of like an interesting musical format. It's like shorter length.
Yeah.
Releases.
Do you have any, Jay?
Yeah, I actually have one. I don't like the first thing that came to mind is I randomly stumbled upon an EP the other day from a band called Yabadum. Like Yabadum.
I saw that on your Instagram.
It actually, I almost never listen to my Discover Weekly on Spotify because every week it gives you tracks that Spotify thinks you'll like from bands you don't really listen to. And almost everyone always talks about how they love the shit they get in the Discover Weekly. I never get shit that I like in my Discover Weekly. It's always like, But this time, this is the first song that came on. I don't think I even really listened to the rest of it. But it was just this, like, it was a song from this EP. I don't remember the EP's called. Let me look this up, actually. Because I'm going to plug it.
What's the genre?
See, that's the thing. It's like... It's hard to explain. Like, at its core, I guess, it's just, like... pop. I'm trying to start as broad as possible and narrow it down.
Yeah.
It's like, it reminds me very much of like 60s like rock and roll, like early 60s rock and roll, like almost like Motown-esque rock and roll. But it's got these like, it's very jazz and like you can tell like
that sounds cool.
It's probably a band full of jazz musicians because they do all the same shit jazz music. They write in all the same fucking signatures and like the timings like
it's all seventh chords.
No, but the tempo...
Is it like swing rhythm?
Yeah, it's lots of swing rhythm. The tempo's like all over the place. It goes like... It's like very like... The whole songs are... They're written like jazz songs.
Yeah, it's like a bebop.
And the guy who sings sounds almost exactly like David Byrne from Talking Heads. And I fucking love it. It's a great EP. But then I wanted to listen to their album. And it was just shitty indie pop. And I was like so bummed. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it didn't even sound like the same band.
That's too bad.
Yeah. I think that's actually another interesting thing because like a lot of these like
the EP's called Careful Kid by Yabadum, which is Yabadum. And it's new. It came out last year.
It's like Yola Tango right now.
Oh, I found a fucking great folk artist the other day. I forget his name. I was just like, I stumbled upon him. Jackson C. Frank. You should look him up.
Jackson C. Frank.
He has a self-titled album, and it's just like really pretty, like old folk music. It reminds me of Nick Drake in a way.
I'm gonna go on Rate Your Music and see what they say about this EP and see what they say, what genre it is.
Yeah.
But no, I think the interesting thing is that like a lot of these things, like I was saying, like there are bands that I like know of, but like these EPs that I haven't heard, and like I don't know, I feel like a lot of bands release like EPs like early on in their career, which is while they have like less material.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting. It's really interesting to hear how bands evolve, and also a lot of the time, you know, it's like you hear it's a fucking like hipster joke. It's like, yeah, like I like their early work.
Yeah.
I like old Imagine Dragons.
Does that have an opinion?
No. I like old 21 Pilots. But like, I don't know. I think a lot of the time, like bands, for whatever reason, like this is not a hard and fast fact, but like bands tend to. I don't know, they just get less exciting as time goes on.
It's true.
Like, a lot of bands' earlier stuff is just more interesting. They're less, like, I don't know. You could put it down to they either lose momentum, their taste.
Their taste changes.
Their taste change and like become more conventional, I guess, for whatever reason. Yeah. Or you could put it down to for some bands just straight up selling out.
Yeah. No, that's true, and I don't exactly know the reason.
Where are the guitars, Radiohead? Where did the guitars?
Where are the guitars? Honestly.
Okay, so on Radio Music, it's such a fucking unknown EP that there's no tags for.
Yeah.
It has like 6 reviews. But on their Bandcamp, the band's actual Bandcamp, the tags they have are alternative, indie pop, and rock. So
nice. Oh yeah, and I found that good Japanese
and white.
band.
And synth, because there's a little bit of synth on this EP, which is actually, I bet you it's a Juno 60 or 106.
Yeah.
I bet that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that one band. I think it's called Lucy too. It's like this. I was telling this to you. It's like this specific genre of like women. It's like indie rock influenced by like dream pop. It's like all in the same genre. It's like Always, that band I just said.
Yeah. Lucy too.
The singing is like all. It sounds like
Stereolab,
which is broadcast. And broadcast sounds like Stereolab. Yeah. On a Birch, exactly. They're all in that vein. It's like clean female vocals over kind of reverby indie rock. It's a cool genre. It's interesting.
Do you like Stereolab? I feel like you don't.
I feel like I need to go back and give them another chance because I honestly haven't listened to them.
They have a ton of records too, and a lot of the records they have like they're sonically they're very diverse.
Yeah, so, I've listened to like just the main ones that you guys have shown.
Emperor Tomato Ketchup and
I've heard that one.
Whatever the fuck it is, Transient Random Noise Burst with announcements.
What's
gold?
Dots and Loops.
Dots and Loops is
another.
That's their classic, isn't it?
No, Transient
Random Noise Burst. Well, honestly, Emperor Tomato Ketchup is like.
Well, I think I've been reading. I keep seeing Dots and Loops because I think it turned like it hit an anniversary this past year, and Pitchfork did like.
Oh, okay.
Pitchfork did a liner. You know their liner notes videos.
Yeah.
They did one on Dots and Loops.
The Stereolab have a ton of great albums. One of them, Sound Dust.
What's the one that Josh really likes? Have you talked?
No, I haven't talked.
It's the spooky one.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't talk to Josh. That's where you're going with that. I don't talk to him anymore.
No, I was gonna say Sound Dust is produced by Jim O'Rourke.
Oh, I love Jim O'Rourke. Didn't he produce Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, or is that
you thought
that was a common misconception?
That is a misconception because they actually self-produced
it, that's probably one of my favorite productions ever on it.
What?
Yeah, me too.
No. They self-produced it?
Yeah. They self-made it.
We watched the documentary.
Yeah, but Jim O'Rourke was involved, though, wasn't he?
Maybe he was.
I feel like he was involved.
He may have been involved.
They used I think they used his studio, and they
maybe that's what it is. But I remember like watching
Pitchfork
the documentary.
did a liner notes on Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, and they said that Jim O'Rourke produced it. But then we watched the documentary.
Yeah, because I always thought that Jim O'Rourke produced it, but then I watched the documentary, and like they're like, yeah, we just made it ourselves, and like you could see them all doing it.
But you could also see Jim O'Rourke was there.
Yeah, so very confusing. If someone knows, please comment.
Either way,
Jeff Tweedy probably co-produced it with Jim O'Rourke.
It's a great.
And then what's the other guy who got got kicked out of the band after that album?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. As the Grinch.
Member of Wilco.
What?
That's my Grinch. What? What are you doing?
Yeah, there's a lot of good music.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. All right, let's end it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. This has been a long-winded podcast, but
every episode gets a little bit. Every episode's a little bit long.
Over and over.
There's still a lot of Wilco references.
Wilco's good. Go check him out.
Yeah, check out Wilco. Oh, very obscure band.
I'm gonna have another Starburst in celebration.
All right.
Would you guys join me?
How are we gonna sign off this one?
Thank you. Starburst, my friends.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Let's all unwrap together.
Didn't give me a shit.
What do you want?
No, I said you didn't give me a shit.
Oh, okay. I was fed up. I hit the wall.
I hate you. What? No, I said I didn't. I don't hate you. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, boys.
Okay.
It's been real. We're signing off.
Okay, Google.
This is the Come On In podcast.
No, it was the Come On In podcast. Now it's
not.
Radio silence.
Thank you for listening.
Is there anybody out there?
Out there.
Is there anybody out there? Is that your question?
Turn it off.
Turn it off. Good night.
Come on out.
God bless.